All right. Well, I mean, welcome everyone to the next session of Anarchs of Chicago. We have a new face here. We have Rachel, aka Sweet Beat, who's joining this lovely ragtag coterie. But as the Toreador, Elise Viril. We also have Z Raider as James Bax, the gangrel who doesn't give a fuck about the Camarilla and Anarchs Forever. We have T. O'Sullivan, Aaron Music Productions, the Malkavian who likes to sleep a lot. We also have Ali, Alistair Steer as Alina, the Hakata member who likes to chop up bodies, I guess, and disturb everyone in chat and everybody, and even your storyteller. And finally, we have the boy, Ace Jojo Taro. Caitiff, CIA, he has a master's degree, but very much a dimwit, some would say. So, before we start, Joe, what's happened so far, buddy? What's happened? Spin us a story.
All right, cool. So check it, right? A bunch of us hanging out, maxing, relaxing. No one's actually hanging out and relaxing. It's actually a big old mess. So first we start off at T.O.'s apartment with Ace, and because Ace is pretty much just churning, and Ace is he wakes up, and he's confused. Something's wrong with him. Not sure what it is. T.O. thought was the best idea. Mr. T thought was the best idea to put him in a box, like a mine box. And I pretty much have an argument, but eventually he takes me out, and he, for some reason, is he crushes my gun? I don't remember. He crushed my gun or something.
He crushed
I got upset. He crushed my gun and my hopes and dreams. Anyways, he feeds me, I forgot what he feeds me. I'm not sure if it's blood bags, but it was like terrible. And I ate it and I liked it, but I'm not really sure what it was. I thought it was just food. I was just hungry, and I'm so confused about what's going on. And then somebody arrived. I forgot their name, but it was a female. Very powerful because she kicked my brain's ass, and I couldn't do anything about it. And T.O. Sullivan respected her. I forgot her name, but whatever. Mind freak. And then I think we go to what's his name? What's his character's name? What's Z's character's name? I forgot. Z's character's name.
Z's just not even helping. He's not.
He goes back to report about what happened at the college, and he reports it kind of in a dumb way, but straightforward, and the guy's not having it. The guy he's reporting is not having it. He's like, hell no. He tried to threaten Z, and Z's like, what do you want from me, dude? Like, what up? And anyways, let him go. As these characters leaving, these motorcycle gang comes to grab him, and Z tries to fight, but he whiffed it so bad that it was just embarrassing at that point. And then he got his cheeks clapped by these motorcycle guys, and they wrapped him up in a chain, and he took some damage, and then they dragged him away. And then I forgot her character's name. Allie's character went back to her hideout, very creepy, very dank. Not the cool dank, not the cool one, the bad one. Very dark. It's like a Ninja Turtles lair kind of thing, but with less light. And she has this chick that she got at the college, the one that was singing I don't know, like kind of like whatever the doctor puts, like a coroner's table. Not really sure. Anyways, she's torturing her. Pretty sick stuff, really. Not good. She notices that this rat, I think, is looking at her, and she's kind of confused. Not confused, but concerned. Why is this rat not afraid or checking me out or whatever? It could have been Stuart Little. We don't know. And then some dude comes, he's like thick and big or whatever, and he forces Allie to come with him, and that rat belonged to him. Actually, it was his pet. So Allie's character was like, fuck, that's not my pet. And that dude takes her away, and he's dealing with the body that she left on the table. And then we go to back to T and Ace, and they pretty much They're taking us to a place. We follow her, and they kind of guide us through this bin, like this trailer bin, stick us inside, and we see bum ass Z's character all beat up in the corner. We see Allie there too. She's freaking out. It's a mess. Things are happening. T decides to just chill, falls asleep, whatever. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. I calm down Allie's character. It's cool. It's chilling. We're vibing. I'm asking questions. No one's really giving Ace good answers. And Ace thinks this is all like a joke or whatever, or this is actually a gang, but they're LARPing so hard. They're just a bunch of weirdos, like World of Warcraft stuff. And I get an argument with Z's character. It is what it is. And then Mr. T, smart guy. Well, anyways, they locked the bin behind us, by the way. Mr. T, smart guy, lays his back on the wall, gets his cheeks electrocuted or whatever. They got all toasty, his buns got toasty, whatever. And I try to use one of my gadgets to kind of deactivate the electric door. Didn't work. I burned my finger. And they open the door. They take us out. The main guy, some angry black rage, really, of a leader, was yelling at us, and my guy was not buying it because he was like, "This guy's just a gang dude, whatever." And then Z's character, straightforward, he hates these guys, but it's not giving him any reason to kill him. Sullivan too, because he respects whatever. Alice's character is self-preservation. Ace is not buying it, like, fuck this guy, pisses him off, really. Anyways, we give him some answers. We don't have much to say because we don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think Ace thinks this is a crime organization and people are LARPing like crazy. Anyways, Sullivan, I was gonna die. They were gonna kill Ace. The whole story would have been shit. But good thing Mr. T came, which is T Sullivan, came and saved them. Said, I'll take care of him. I'll watch over him. Because why? Because I don't have a sire. Or no one's watching over me. So Ace is just... So I got protected by Mr. T. He saved Ace's life. And he tells us that we have, I think, this 3 days to figure out what the hell happened and who killed his sheriff. Because his sheriff died. They killed him at the college. So we go our separate ways because they're annoying the shit out of me, Z and Allie, because they're mad at Ace because Ace doesn't buy this LARPing thing. And then T starts following Ace. I go back to the college because I gotta get my sweet bride, my Mustang, the Booty Bandit mobile. And so in this chick that I met at the party, one that was a vampire and she tricked me or whatever, but my character thought it was drugs, and she's asking for a ride, and Mr. T was very sus, but he was in the back seat. I didn't know. I was freaked out, and pretty much Mr. T and her start having like a back and kind of like a mind game kind of thing, trying to see if she's dangerous, and she's trying to get rid of him, and I'm saying that, oh, there's a problem here. Anyways, we eventually got to I guess the place that we were at before, and Z's character meets up. Z and Allie meet up with somebody at this bar or this club, whatever. He gets information. They go back. Everyone goes back to the same spot where we were all caught up by the angry black leader guy, and we all meet up. And everyone comes hang out with Joe, that crazy girl vampire chick. Leaves us alone. She just leaves for some reason, and we all go to T's apartment, and we're all hanging out, maxing. We're thinking about, like, I don't know, ordering some sushi or whatever. And then we're all gonna team up, and then I was gonna go back to my apartment to get some stuff, my gear. And as soon as I step out, we all step out. I go downstairs, and angry white racist guy out of nowhere appears. It's just a bunch of angry leaders, just hanging this, messing with this. And that's where we left off at.
Thank you, Joe.
Was that lore? Was that accurate?
Yeah, it was more or less accurate. It was more or less accurate. You hit the main points. That's what matters, Joe. Well done.
What matters.
All right. So thank you for that. So we are going to carry on from there, and The makeshift ragtag coterie stand across a brooding figure with malice intent in his eyes. Balthazar, a self-proclaimed sheriff. Tension is high and thick in the atmosphere. Some of the members of this thrown-together group begin to ready themselves for a fight, but the camera pulls back as we pause on this scene for a moment and shift back in time. The night before, Chicago University, as the protest-turned-party was still ramping up, recently arrived Toreador, Elise Verrill, made her way to the university, having just arrived in Chicago a week beforehand. Elise travelled to the university to follow her own leads, her own goal in the city, having made connections with a gang known as the Capone Gang, a mortal group of gangsters that seemingly model themselves after the infamous Al Capone. She learned that one of their contacts, Ben Bates, was at the university that night to oversee some sort of job. There was little information she could pry other than that, but that's all she truly needed to know. The job Ben Bates was overseeing was irrelevant. Ben was there, and justice needed to be served. But for what happened that night, Elise can't fully remember. She remembers going to the university, but after that, the next thing she could remember was lying face first in muck and grime. She awoke groggy in the sewers below Chicago, unsure how she got there, the stench stinging her nostrils. Though Kindred don't need to breathe, the smell was still pungent and piercing. This was no place for a Toreador. As Elise pulls herself to her feet, she sees rubble surrounding her in the sewers, water spraying from the tunnel and rubble due to burst pipes. Muck, grime, and destroyed foundations are the only things around her. Her beast tenses up, however, as she sees tiny flames lick off this rubble, but luckily the flames are largely contained by the spraying water in the area. Inspecting the area, she sees that she might be able to move and squeeze through the rubble to get through, though that might not be the safest course. Moving around some other rubble aside, she also finds a door, but the door is securely locked, however. With only the door and the rubble around her, what does Elise do?
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I want to get out of here as fast as possible because this place is disgusting. Can I hear anything behind the door or sense anything?
Give me a wits awareness, please. That will be backwards. So so you push
awareness
the
and then
from the
choose
drop down
wits.
Yeah.
Got it. Nothing.
You can burn a willpower, change a willpower into superficial damage to re-roll 3 of those dice if you wish, but that is up to you.
Nah, I think I'm gonna turn to the rubble, and so I know there is some fire there. Can I get a little bit more description?
Yeah, sure. There's some fire just smoldering, but it's very small, very largely contained. It does make the beast inside you recoil slightly because the sight of fire is something that makes the beast fear, but it's not enough to probably harm you, hopefully, if you were to try to move some rubble aside and try to squeeze through and make your way through.
Oh, God, I don't want to get dirty. I don't want to get dirty. I don't want to get dirtier.
Yeah. You look down at your clothes. You can see that they are covered in very thick grime, and crawling through here would make it make your clothes a lot dirtier for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna try and open the door. I'm assuming it's gonna be locked.
Yeah, it's locked. It's locked tight. You could try to lockpick the door if you wish, or you do have, because you have potence, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you could try a strength plus strength in conjunction with your lethal body. I'll allow that to try to rip the door open. Or lockpicking, as I said.
Let's do the lethal body via potence.
Strength plus strength. So just choose strength, and then from the drop down, choose strength again.
I'm missing it. I don't see. Oh, it's up there. Cool.
3. 3 successes. You try to pull the door open. You manage to destroy the handle, but it doesn't budge.
Great. Okay, well, I've already destroyed the handle, so lockpicking it seems a little bit waste of time at this point. Is there any way for me to get my hands underneath the door to kind of pry, or on the sides to pry at all, to like bend it? Maybe I can't completely dislodge it, but maybe I can
bend it a little bit to crawl under or something like that. Yeah.
Peel it up or peel it down.
Yeah, you reach around the door a little bit, putting your fingers around where the seams of the door are. It's a big metal door. It's very hard to get your fingers in there, but you do find a small place where you can pry a little bit. And just give me another strength plus strength, please. Messy critical. All right. You're able to. You may be a bit frustrated about the situation you're in, about the fact that you couldn't rip the door open before. You managed to completely not only pry a little section open, but you managed just to pull the whole thing off. But it's enough that you can squeeze through. You'll get a little dirty, but it won't be as bad as crawling through all that rubble and muck, and you might not catch on fire this way.
Okay. Awesome. Let's go through it.
All right. As you go to crawl through, that's when you hear someone say, in the distance from behind the door, "Did you hear that sound? What the fuck was that?"
Okay. I am going to activate awe. So whoever I encounter, I at least have a little bit of an edge.
Okay. So you activate awe preemptively and start crawling through a bit. What are you actually wearing, by the way? You're wearing like dress.
I'm wearing what I'm currently wearing.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Jeans, flats, and tank top. Yeah. Okay.
So as you crawl through, a small bit of your tank top catches and rips, which makes you go, oh, God's sake. But whatever, it's disposable either way. But you crawl through, and what you see are 2 sets of flashlights pointing towards you. You see 2 men. They have their guns drawn at you, but as soon as they see you, they lower their guns. They're like, "Miss, are you okay?"
Oh my God, you guys, I need help. I'm stuck down here. I don't know how I got down here. What happened?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, there was a big explosion. Were you part of,
I didn't know there was an explosion. I think I must have been knocked out. Like, what caused the explosion?
Just do a quick roll here. One of them goes down to help you up. The other one, however, is still pointing his flashlight at you, gun not pointed at you, but at his side, and he says, "Chad, I think we need to call this in." And then the guy turns around to him and says, "What do you mean? She's clearly in harm's way, and she's not any threat." And he's like, "Yeah, but we've got our orders. We need to call this in."
I'm hurt. Like I got injured trying to get out from under rubble over there. Like, do you guys have anything? Like, help me out here a little bit. Like, I'm not trying to get in your way. I honestly just don't know what happened. Like, can you help me?
Yep. So you say that the guy who's Chad, I guess I said his name was, right? He's clearly on your side, clearly wanting to help you out. But this other guy seems resistant. He seems hesitant. He actually raises his gun at this point, kind of against his own will, almost like he's struggling with himself as he points the gun towards you and says, "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to please put your hands behind your head." And Chad, the guy, says, just put the gun down, man. It's not needed.
This can go so wrong.
Good.
I can see it. Okay. Like, Chad, it's okay. I understand. Your friend is just trying to do his job. I'm going to put my hands up behind my head. I'm not trying to get in the way. I honestly am just hurt. Chad, what is your friend's name? Like, what's your name?
Chad goes to say his friend's name, but the guy says, no, quiet, please. I need to, and he goes to grab a, he sort of fumbles with the torch to put it in the same hand as he's got the gun, very awkwardly, and he's shaking a lot as he goes to grab a radio.
Okay, great. Can I knew this was going to happen. Can I use rapid reflexes in order to get to him and to subdue him quickly?
If you wish. Is that what you wish to do?
Yes. I want to subdue his friend quickly and then hope that I cannot kill somebody.
Okay, cool. Well, you don't need to really do a roll for this. He's not expecting it.
Okay.
Basically, what happens is you stand up, make a quick movement towards the guy whose name you don't know. What do you do when you get up to him?
I wanna knock him out. So, without killing him, because he's innocent.
By the way, I should probably explain what the environment is right now. It's basically you've crawled into like a walkway of a water treatment area, and it's like a circular walkway that has railing around it. So he's standing right near the railing. So if you wanted, you can try to push him over the edge.
What's on the edge? Over the edge? Is it just water?
It's a big dark chasm. You don't really know what's on.
Nope. I'm not gonna risk it because I don't want to hurt these people. They're innocent. They're just trying to do their job. So I want to knock his friend out if possible without killing him.
Okay, give me a strength plus brawl, please. You've got specialties in brawl, don't you?
Yeah, my specialty is brawl. Yeah, and I am good at grappling.
Yes. So what I'll say is give me a strength plus brawl plus 1. So in the modifiers, when that pops up, just put 1.
So, brawl, strength, and then 1. I'm a little nervous. Because they're just human.
All right. Do you want to describe what happens here? Because it's not messy or anything, so you feel free to describe what happens here.
I'm going to run over to Chad's friend, get behind him, and choke him out until he passes out. And hopefully, because I'm fast and I'm pretty strong, I'm in control of it, and he passes out. And then I'm going to immediately jump over to Chad, and I'm going to use Lingering Kiss on him.
Okay, all right.
So I'm going after the one. I'm going after the one who is a little, iffy on me, and then Chad, I'm just gonna, wrap him around my finger some more.
Okay, I need to actually look up what Lingering Kiss, because if I'm correct, it's not going to be straight away, but he will be dazed, which will give you an opportunity to escape.
Yes. And he'll, come back, hopefully.
Yeah, because you're using Lingering Kiss, that's why I'm writing his name down. He might come back. Okay. So that is exactly what happens. You, in a quick motion, you rush up to Chad's friend, knock him out, go behind him, choke him out. Chad, meanwhile, is looking very confused about what's happening. But before he can react, you leap on him and bite into him. And actually, this is something I forgot to do. Roll me a d10, please. You'll see on the left-hand side where it's got like the pointer and it's got like a dice. Just choose the d10 from there.
Oh, there it is. D10.
Yep. This will just determine your starting hunger, that's all.
Did that work?
5. All right, you start with 5. So how much How much hunger are you taking from this person? Well, blood are you taking from this person?
I'm going to take as much as I can without killing him because he's innocent, and I know that.
2 is safe.
2. And I'm going to take 2.
Yep, so you're at 3 hunger now. So just down at the bottom of your sheet, make sure you mark 3 hunger. But as you sink your fangs into him, he immediately falls into the bliss of the kiss of a kindred. And once you have your fill, he's just slumped into a corner in his own thoughts, not really cognizant of what's going on around him. But that gives you a moment to examine the area around you.
Yeah,
and that's
I
where
want
you
to.
see. Sorry.
I want to examine them because I want to know who they are. Because I've been kind of surprised. Like, I don't know what's happening. I woke up unconscious in a sewer with what seems to be an explosion.
Okay. You examine them. You see that they both have walkie-talkies attached to their belts. They definitely don't look to be like any kind of law enforcement. They look to be just like normal people that were wandering around here with flashlights and walkie-talkies.
Huh. Okay. All right.
So after you finish examining them, would you take the walkie-talkie, by the way? Just something I should ask.
No, I don't want to take. Actually, yes. Let's take the walkie-talkie so that I can at least hear what's going on as I make my way out of where I'm at, hopefully somewhere cleaner.
Okay. We could drag this out for a while, but what I'm going to say is you eventually, once you grab the walkie-talkie, you find a control room that is nearby this area, and from the control room you travel a few rooms until eventually you find a ladder that leads seemingly up, possibly to the surface. And you travel up that ladder, as I load up the session plan again. You travel up the ladder, and you push the manhole cover aside. It's very heavy, but you're quite strong for a kindred, at least. It drags on the concrete as you pull yourself up, and you're greeted with fresh air. Finally, fresh air in this, the fresh air of the city, which is not as fresh as you'd like it, but it's fresher than
better
down
than the sewer.
in the sewers. Exactly. You emerge covered in filth and grime. Whatever you're wearing, which was the tank top, the jeans, the flats, all ruined. You find yourself in an alleyway. Sirens are wailing around you, and a quick glance outside of the alleyway shows the smoldering ruins of Chicago University. As you take the sight in, you hear a low growl behind you. Turn, and you see a Doberman standing and snarling. The Doberman leaps at you. What do you do?
I'm gonna do rapid reflexes, and I'm gonna kill it. Like, it's coming at me. I'm gonna move and hit it as hard as I can.
Okay, give me an athletics plus dexterity, please. And I do not have this person. Let me have a look.
Athletics.
Let's see what you rolled. You rolled a 2. Okay. You try to dodge. Oh, sorry. Did you add 2 to that? What's your celerity rating? Is it 1 or 2?
My celerity is 1. My presence is 2.
Can you roll me one more extra d10, please, just from the dice roll? Just because I'd get you to add your celerity on top of it. 2. All right. a failure. Okay, so you try to quickly dodge out of the way, but this Doberman seems to be supernaturally fast and changes almost mid-air as it grabs you by your forearm and just bites in, dealing 2 superficial damage. Wait, no, 1 superficial damage. Sorry, give me a sec. Apologies for that. All right. So, yeah, it bites into your forearm and deals 1 superficial damage. So on your health tracker, just change one of them to a slash. But you're able to shake the Doberman off, and it's just growling at you with blood dripping from its maw.
Okay. What are you? Who are you? What do you want?
The Doberman continues to growl as it slowly inches towards you. Do you run, or do you still continue to try to interact?
I'm gonna try and interact. Yeah. I'm going to grapple with it if it attacks me again.
Okay. You see the Doberman shift in front of you as it turns into a tall Latina woman with very broad shoulders. She's got tattoos of paw prints on her neck. And she just growls at you and she says, "The name's Rosa. What were you doing down there?"
Rosa. I was surviving. I woke up down there after this explosion, apparently. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm still coming to.
Well, no problems. Coming to with me, then. Come with me.
Okay, lead the way.
She will take you, and eventually she'll bring you to a pickup truck, and she'll look at you and she'll say, "I hope you don't mind sleeping in the shack. It's nearly sunrise. We'll deal with you tomorrow."
Sounds good. Thanks, Rosa. The shack is fantastic.
She continues to drive outside of Chicago with you in the passenger seat. Do you engage in any conversation with her while they're driving?
Can I get any information about what happened at the school? I don't understand how I ended up where I was. I honestly just need some information.
She is very curt and very brief with you. She doesn't give long answers. All she merely says is, "Explosion. Some important people died. You're gonna have to talk to the prince."
Okay, let's speak with the prince.
So she takes you to to the middle of the woods where there's a shack, and she points out a bed where all the windows have been boarded up so no sun comes in. And she says, "That's where you're going to be sleeping tonight, sunshine."
I've honestly slept worse.
And
See you tomorrow?
Yep. She will leave and leave you alone in this shack. It's nearly sunrise, so I guess you just have to rest.
Yeah.
And you do. You rest. You rest for the day as day passes. The next night, can you give me a rouse check, please? So on your sheet it should say rouse check or rouse or something like that.
I don't see rouse, but there's a lot.
Let me have a look. Round.
Should be right at the bottom of the first page.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
right-
next
right.
to frenzy.
Right, you gain a hunger. Hunger 4. And I have to deal with that at some point. As you awaken, you're alone. And I don't know if there's anything you would do. You're still a mess. You're still covered in muck and dirt. There's not exactly any clothes or anything here, but eventually the door opens and Rosa throws a flannel shirt and some ripped up jeans towards you. She says, well, that might do better than your current get up.
Thank you. Thank you. This is better than sewer. And I'll sniff it, and I'm assuming it's gonna smell like not good.
No, it doesn't smell great. It smells like wet dog.
Fantastic. Thanks, Rosa. And
Sure.
I'll put it on.
There's like a bathroom within the area which you will go to change. But as you're getting changed in the bathroom, Rosa says, so you really don't know who I am.
Am I supposed to have that information? I've only been here a week, so.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rosa, I've only been here a week. I don't know much of anything of Chicago.
As I said, I'm Rosa Hernandez. I'm the gangrel primogen for the Camarilla. And the fact that you've come to our city without presenting yourself to Prince Jackson, that's already strike one. Strike two is probably you being found around the place where the explosion happened. As I said, some important people died.
Yes. Any you want to expand on that? Important people who died?
It's not my place to tell you.
Okay. Great.
Guessing from your demeanor, you're from the Roses.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you could tell.
I think the Roses are a bunch of stuck-up, prissy bitches.
I mean, you're not wrong. But also, is that bad? Comes in handy sometimes, I gotta say.
I find my fists come in handy more often than...
I'll agree with you there.
And you'll exit out of the bathroom changed in these mangy-smelling clothes. She'll say, come with me.
Lead the way.
She goes into her beat-up pickup truck, expecting you to jump in the passenger seat, and she'll drive to downtown Chicago. Now, she's been very clear that she's not going to give you much information here. But is there any kind of questions or conversations you want to have with Rosa that don't maybe involve your current situation, or just something else?
Something's going on with your mic, Chris.
Oh, is it?
I think on my end, anyways.
Yeah,
how's everyone?
it did start. It started
It's,
getting a little choppy.
Yep. Just check the thing that we did before stream. It's still set. It might have reset itself by accident.
Yeah, it's still set to high, and it's still set to CPU too.
Maybe change your mic in Discord and then change it back.
It happened out of nowhere too.
How's that? Is it still being
It's still pretty
doing
good.
it.
Yep.
Okay. Troubleshooting. Okay. Sorry, give me a moment, gang.
Sure. Technical difficulties happen. It's okay.
I will do is I will just...
Hey, that works.
That's better.
Yeah.
Yep, you fixed it. Yep.
Just fine.
It might have been just your voice changer crashed or was lagging or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Just change it back when you need it, I suppose.
No, it's fine. I'll just leave it how it is. All right. Sorry, where were we? What were we doing?
I was going to ask her some questions not related to the explosion to just get like a layout of, I guess, what's going on. If I know she's not going to give me too much information, but like what's going on in Chicago, like what is the atmosphere like right now?
She'll say, she's a woman of very little words, as you would have noticed by now, but she'll just say tense. She'll say, you ever heard of the... I assume you've heard of the La Sombra.
Yes, of course.
Coming from Washington, D.C., you've definitely heard of the La Sombra. And she'll say, yeah, they've recently shacked up with us. Not a lot of people are happy about it. And after what's happened tonight, yesterday night, the Camarilla's not going to be too pleased.
That's interesting. The La Sombra. Thanks, Rosa.
She'll just turn to you. She'll continue on, and she stops at Willis Tower in downtown, where she will get out of the vehicle with you and go into an elevator. I'll lead you to an elevator within Willis Tower. As you're going up the floors, there's a silence between you that is undeniably awkward. But before it reaches the floor that you need to go on, Rosa turns to you and says, I'm not gonna lie. I like you, kid. I hope the prince doesn't kill you.
I hope he doesn't either.
With that reassuring note, the doors open to the elevator and you make your way to the office of this prince. Rosa directs you to sit... arriving at the office, you see a broad-shouldered man looking out through a window looking over Chicago. His office is immaculate as well as intimidating. This man is broad-shouldered, black, and bald, and he exudes this imposing aura without you even seeing his face. Rosa directs you to sit in a chair across from his desk, which I'm assuming you do.
Yes.
She goes to the prince, the man who you assume is the prince, and goes to start speaking, explaining who you are. But after a few moments, he merely raises his finger to signal for her to stop. Rosa ceases speaking, and the prince, you assume, just says, Rosa, leave us to have a conversation. Rosa nods and makes her way out, giving you one last glance before leaving this office. The man turns, and then you see his face. He's even more intimidating once you see him. See his features. He takes a seat at his desk, and he starts sizing you up. There is a silence between you two that seemingly lasts an eternity. Do you say anything, or do you wait for him to speak?
I'm gonna wait.
My name is Kevin Jackson, Prince of Chicago. You're a new face. I don't recognize you. Tell me who you are.
I am Elise Viril. I am simply passing through Chicago on personal business, looking for an individual that I have yet to find.
Would the personal business have anything to do with killing my sheriff?
Absolutely not. Unless your sheriff's name is Ben Bates.
As far as I'm aware, he never went by that alias. But who are you to think you can come into my city and kill one of my population without even saying a word to me?
Hadn't really gotten to the kill part just yet. I'm just looking for him.
It's polite manners to ask if you can kill somebody's food.
And as soon as I had located him, I would have come straight to you, Prince.
Then what were you doing in Chicago University last night?
I had information that was unconfirmed. So I had to confirm it.
Information. You know, you're the 5th person I've talked to tonight that was at the university that hasn't had a good excuse as to why.
The 5th?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Elise. I'm gonna give you the same deal I gave them. 86 hours to find who killed my sheriff, or it's your head.
Okay.
I suggest
Let's go. I'll do it.
I suggest you start by shacking up with those miscreants. And Kevin Jackson clicks his fingers. Out of the shadows, a blonde lady emerges, seemingly not having been there before, but she apparently was here this whole time. She walks up, places a folded bit of paper in front of you. He says, "That's the address for one of them. The guy's name is T. O'Sullivan. I suggest you get moving, Miss Varel. The clock is ticking."
Right away. And then I leave.
Cool. And with that, you leave and head. I'm assuming you're going to head straight to there, or you're going to go to your haven, or your makeshift haven first and get changed, or what's the...
I am going to go to my temporary haven, since I haven't been here very long, first, and I'm going to clean up.
Yeah.
Because
so you're going to do that.
I can't hang.
Yeah. You're going to do that for a wee while, and that's good, because that gives enough time for what happened in session 2 to happen. So... we're gonna cut back to Chicago streets, which are illuminated by halogen flickering lights. As we cut back to the start of the session where the rest of the coterie were. Elise makes her way to the address given to her by the prince. She sees a number of people crowding around a tense moment in the street. A man having a confrontation with 4 people, perhaps the 4 people she was told about. The coterie stand across the self-proclaimed sheriff of Chicago, Balthazar. His body language and some of the coterie, the body language of him and some of the coterie shows that they are rearing for a fight. Those walking the street see this display and either cross the road or give them a wide berth, gawking at them as they passed. Some even watch from a safe distance, unsure what to do. Graffiti stains the walls of buildings nearby, becoming an audience to the violence that is slowly brewing. Balthazar cracks his knuckles and smiles sinisterly. He says to the 4 of you, "It's been a while since I've had the chance to get my hands dirty. With all the Anarchs of Gary going up in a blaze of glory, I only get the chance to deal with vagrants and those that are barely worth my time." He smiles wider, showing his fangs, eyeing up each coterie member one by one. A window from T's apartment complex next to them opens and somebody bellows out that they'll call the police. There is a tense moment of silence as, I'm assuming, James is rearing for a fight at the very least. I'm not sure what the other coterie member's doing. Elena probably wants to be nowhere near this whole mess. And Ace is just like...
I'm hiding.
Yeah.
Behind someone.
Yeah. After a few moments of silence, Balthazar just smiles a wry smile. He says, "You ain't worth my time." He looks over at the gawking crowd, his eyes glistening golden. And suddenly, the crowd turns from anticipation and fear to abject and complete rage. The crowd behind the group begin to descend upon them, anger drawn on their faces. Balthazar chuckles before turning away. The crowd angrily yelling at the coterie. A mob has formed around them. Elise witnesses this all from a distance. What does everybody do as this crowd of passers-by have become a mob ready to attack them?
I yell out, vagrancy is a crime. No loitering. And I look over at T, and then I raise my hands up.
There's about 12 people here surrounding the four of you as they're starting to yell expletives. Sorry?
Are we outside, like on a sidewalk in a street?
Yes, you're outside on a sidewalk, yeah.
Okay.
Could I use feral whispers and try to call every dog into the area?
Yeah, sure. Give me what's the roll for that? It's
I have no idea.
have a look. Animalism.
I just want chaos.
Feral whispers. Give me a manipulation plus your manipulation or charisma plus animalism.
Crap. Alright. I forget how to do this every freaking time.
If you just go to discipline, it should have like you should be able to go like manipulation plus.
There we go. So you want manipulation and charisma, or just one?
Mm-hmm. Manipulation and charisma. Oh, sorry, manipulation and animalism.
Okay.
So if you just go to the animalism trait, there should be drop-down menus next to animalism.
There we go. Did that work? No?
Yep. Oh wait, no, that's a rouse check. If you... I think you clicked the wrong box, so if you click the box nearby that...
It's bad.
No, they're working.
Let me have a look. You need to do a rouse check for it anyway, so you gain a hunger for that. Okay. Oh, wait. Manipulation, discipline. There you go. Try it now.
Any of that work?
Nope, doesn't work. James Backs. Let me just do it. I can do it. It's fine. There we go. What do we got here? 3 successes. Alright, so you're going to do that. You're going to start to communicate with the wilds to yourself. What do the rest of you do? Elise, you're watching from a distance. Ace, T, and Elena, you three are kind of in the middle of this group as they start to huddle around you. Elena, I'm assuming you're hiding behind either Ace, James, or T.
Yeah, I'm definitely hiding.
I try not miss your... Oh, go ahead.
Do I still have awe up?
Oh, it's a different scene, but you can put it back up. It's free.
I'm gonna have awe up again. Keep me safe.
Okay.
After I do this to Sullivan, said, "Dude, if you didn't break my gun, I would have solved this problem easily." Bang bang. And then I just turn away and start looking at the crowd.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
On the topic of awe, will awe change their minds from wanting to attack me?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna awe as well then, please.
Okay, cool. You activate awe. The three of you, James, Elena, and Ace, you three suddenly feel this magnetism towards T. You may have thought of him as a bit of a buffoon beforehand, but suddenly you start to feel this magnetism towards him as the crowd start to shift their gaze from him to the three of you instead. But that's when the sound of dog barking comes in. 3 dogs just scuttle out of the alleyway and rush towards the area.
Can you make it chihuahuas?
Oh, one of them will be a chihuahua. One of them will be a chihuahua.
Just the 3 little chihuahuas.
They rush towards the crowd, just through their legs and straight to you, James, and they're just like, just looking at you.
That's it.
That's all. Unless you tell them to do something, that's all they're going to do. One of the crowd members is going to hurl a brick at Ace. So
I'm gonna step to the side.
Yeah. What's your disciplines again, buddy?
Disciplines are.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Oh shit, wrong. I don't know any of my disciplines, by the way.
Yeah, but like out of character.
Let's see here. Disciplines. They are obfuscate, fortitude, and celebrity.
Okay, cool. All right, what happens is the brick gets thrown, and suddenly, Ace, you move at superhuman speed to dodge out of the way, and what it does is it hits Elena. So, Elena,
Nice.
You get a brick straight into your face. You take 1 point of superficial damage.
Thank you, Ace.
Ooh. I must have had my weenies this morning. You all right?
Yeah, I've been better. Where is that superficial damage again?
So on your health tracker, just make one of the boxes into a
Oh,
slash. Yeah. All right. So what's so what I should ask is, what's the plan here, everyone? What there's this group. I'm going to pause time for a moment as this group is slowly getting more riled up, to give you all a moment to describe what your plan is going to be.
I don't want to attack them because they're just humans. So I want to let them kind of, deal with it and then follow them, kind of,
Normally, what my character would do in a situation like this was try to get away, like try to run. But problem is, there's other, in my mind, civilians, which is James and Elena, and I don't know what the fuck T went, but aside, I can't leave him here, so it's my internal thoughts. So I pretty much put my hands up, like ready to fight. I thought he's like everyone. He's there, but everyone focuses on us. Okay.
The crowd don't give a fuck about him.
Okay, cool. So I just stand there, put my fists up, like, well, it's just like in high school.
All right. It seems like we all want to leave, so I'm gonna go towards the group of people because I can see that everyone's kind of like dodging or not wanting to engage, and I'm gonna try and, I guess, convince the crowd, or like convince, I guess, them that we should run. So I'm gonna start running towards them and say, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Are you going to convince the... So you said two things. You said you're going to try to convince the crowd, or you're going to try to convince them. Are you going to try to
I'm
convince
going to try and convince the vampires, the coterie, to get the fuck out of here so we don't hurt anybody. As
the mob starts to get angrier and angrier around you, T, you're kind of ignored and then kind of pushed through the mob outside the circle. As it encroaches on the three of these people, you hear somebody yell, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Specifically at me, right? You're asking me? Okay.
Well, I'll ask you because you'll be the one that sees the person that asks, which is Elise.
Okay. Suppose I just have a glance. I can tell that they're not a part of the immediate crowd. And then I look back into the center of the crowd and I see Ace. And I remember my responsibility as his surrogate sire. And then I mental maze the entire crowd.
Can you do that to multiple subjects? That's what I want to know.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's a multi-floor ability. You can use it on an entire building, apparently.
Fantastic. Okay. Easily done. Suddenly, the crowd starts... I'm not even going to make you roll because they're mortals. The crowd starts to... Their rage turns into fear.
I do need to do a rouse check, though.
Yeah, you do a rouse check. Yeah.
For hunger.
Their rage turns to fear as suddenly they just start dispersing and like start falling over each other as they're like knocking into these imaginary walls. And you see both of you, Elise and T, you both see the three coterie members. Elena probably like nursing her face, Ace with his fists up ready to fight, and James with 3 dogs in front of him.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I grab Elena by her hand or wrist, and I yank her to run towards that direction.
Yeah. James, what are you doing? You just gonna follow?
So, yeah, is Balthasar gone? We don't see him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he walked, like, as soon as he turned the crowd against you, he walked away.
Yeah, there's no reason not to follow then.
Cool. Your car, by the way, Ace, is nearby, so you could probably jump into your car if you wish, but it's up to you what you want to do.
I pretty much run to the car, and then I run to the car. I said, "Listen, get out of here, get in."
I'm gonna hop in the shotgun.
Okay.
I get in the back.
Run that out there.
So, Elena, you're kind of directed into the back. Then T soon follows you. Ace, you jump in the driver's seat, get ready, and suddenly you see this woman you've never seen before jump in shotgun next to you. And James, you're gonna jump in the back as well. So.
Yeah. To release the
Are
dogs
we taking
too.
the dogs?
Yeah, the dogs come in.
Release them.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
they just run off.
Good question. What is Lisa's attractiveness level?
I have awe up right now.
Yeah, she has awe, so she's very attractive right now.
Okay, so I get caught.
You think I'm really sexy at the moment? Just
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same with
him
T.
too.
T. Yeah, T.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both.
I think his is stronger. T's is stronger, so I don't know how that works.
I turn over at Elise. I can't mutter a word, so I'm kind of like stuttering. So it's just a bunch of gibberish, and then I'm not even I'm looking at her, then I hit the gas pedal.
Just drive.
And I'm driving, and then after I hit the gas pedal, and then I start I'm driving, and I drive, and I'm driving to my safe haven.
Sorry. Is there So as you drive, is anybody gonna initiate conversation here about this weird person that's just jumped into the front seat? Because Ace at the moment is stuttering and unable to say anything. Do any of the three of you say anything?
I didn't notice her because I was still fumbling with my face. I'm kind of in shock, so I didn't notice.
No, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Okay. So I believe you said you were going to go back to your haven. Your warehouse, Ace. Cool. So you drive, and it's a very kind of awkward drive. I'm assuming T's not going to say anything either. He's just gonna go with it. Yeah, Resident Sleeper T. Yeah. You arrive at Ace's warehouse, which is in the middle of an industrial type area. And
I tell everyone to wait in the car.
Okay.
They're not allowed.
is that me, big boy? Surely, right?
Alright, so I step out of the car, right? And I close it, say, everyone stay here, please. And then I go to the warehouse.
I'm gonna ignore him and get out with him.
You have
I
to
don't notice
crawl.
him. I'm not paying attention.
Yeah. So in order for you to do that, because I'm going to say you're in the middle here, so you're going to have to crawl over either Elena or James. Which I'm assuming you'll do.
Whatever the most awkward way of doing it is. Whatever the most awkward way.
Yeah, probably Elena, because she's probably still like trying to get all the
Just in the front seat.
And so you two head off to the warehouse, I guess. What's the plan at the warehouse, Ace?
Warehouses go into my little secure bunker. It has like a kind of like a face scan kind of thing. But anyways, when I go in there, I get a warning that someone is like following me because my security system. So I'm not allowed to get in until I confirm whether or not the person that's in the premises besides me is allowed to go in. So I turn around.
I'm like stood right beside you.
I turn, I look.
You turn around and I'm just like stood in your face.
Mr. T, didn't I say stay in the car?
Just not gonna engage. Wherever you go, I go.
You know what? You saved my life. I'll let you in my secret.
Damn right.
So, yes, allow. Boom, opens up. Fucking Batman shit, right? Whatever. I'm like, all right, first things first, I gotta get a replacement. I gotta get my gun back. So I go. I opened up my my cache. I can get another 1911 45 ACP. I get and then I strap. Pretty much start changing my clothes ish because it all kind of messed up. Pretty much do like a quick change. It's like a shirt, whatever. And then I also grab like a kind of like a small like flag, like a small body armor. It's very kind of like basic one. And I grab some magazines, like about 3. And I put it in a holster. And I say, all right, let's go.
Do you have a knife?
And then we go back.
Is there a knife in there?
Yeah, there's a knife in there.
Can I have it?
It has your name on it, man.
Okay. Can I, Chris?
Yeah, sure. As that's happening, James, Elena, and Elise, you 3 are in the car as it's sitting idly. The motor is rumbling. Elena, I'd say by this point you've probably noticed that there's weird persons in the front that you've never met before. James, you just decided not to engage with it. Who breaks the silence between the 3 of you, if any of you do?
I do. And I'm like, by the way, who are you? Pointing at the lady in the front. You're mute. You're
muted.
Sorry. Nice of you to notice me. I'm Elise, and the prince has very politely told me that I am to assist you in finding out who killed his sheriff.
Oh, so you were accused of killing the sheriff too?
Yeah.
Welcome to the club, I guess.
Yeah, apparently it's a big club. 5 of us. Wow.
Yeah, well, we're quite unlucky to be from there, I guess.
Yeah, quite unlucky.
And by the way,
your
do you
name?
have any? Oh, my name, sorry. I'm Elena. And
Elena.
This is...
Yeah, I'm James, whatever.
James, whatever. Got it. So, can you guys fill me in on a little bit of what happened? Because I woke up in a sewer, and I don't actually know anything else that happened at the university.
The building went boom, and here we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have
caught
no
up.
more information than I do. Fantastic. We're starting off great.
Yeah, and we went looking for information with James, and we got maybe some names, but we will have to look into that. That's how far we are right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry we can't help anymore.
By this point, T and Ace have made their way back to the vehicle. You see Ace has got a flak jacket of some kind, looking ready for any kind of combat situation that might occur. Definitely not inconspicuous, I'll put it that way.
Enter the car. And then
I presume I don't have to climb over you guys again, right? Like you've moved, so I can just get him.
Nah, climb in. I spent that time walking back and forth to muster courage to ask Elise, hi, what's your name?
I'm Elise.
I'm Joe. Sorry, I'm Ace. Nice to meet you.
I mean, that's perfect. That was a perfect response. You forgot your name. That's great.
Yeah. I'm Ace. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ace.
And then I turned to Sullivan, right? I said, is she your friend? And I turned to James.
I just nod.
And I turned to James. Nah, you don't have any friends. And I turned to I turned to Elena. Is she your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Ace, the prince has forced me to help you guys find who killed his sheriff because I too have been accused.
You're calling him Prince too? Damn. Bunch of LARPers in here.
Because, okay, so he's very young. Very young. What are we talking? What are we?
I'm a man, girl. I'm gonna drive now, and the direction we're headed to is we're going to what? I want to see the detective Evander.
Yeah. I believe that's what everyone decided that they wanted to do, was to see Martin, the detective, in Avondale. So you five head off there in Ace's car after that very awkward exchange, but at least you now know who each other are at the very least. Is there any conversation that any of the five of you want to have while on the way?
I want to question Ace, since he seems to be the one in the driver's seat, where we're going, why we're going there, how they got their information.
Not looking at her because I'm nervous. Said, we're going to Avondale to talk to a detective named Martin. Apparently James over here got some info from some dude that this guy could help us find out who the killer is, who bombed the school.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Very awkward. Not even like he'll glance over at you once maybe, but then glance back over quickly. His hands at the top of his steering wheel, white knuckles almost.
Yeah, my character loves that. My character's all about that. So she's like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, and you continue to drive, and you go to the northwest side of the city, where the neighborhood of Avondale is. The district is known as the Polish center of the city. Arriving there, the coterie are met with a row of ma and pa shops. In between rows of closed windows and shops lies a door with weathered writing, a Context Detective Agency, the place that they were told that they could meet Martin. Opening the door, they see stairs ascending into a large office space. A man with frazzled hair is flipping through papers on a nearby desk. Doesn't seem to notice you five as you enter.
Martin? Sorry, started you, man.
Sorry. No, the name's Carol. The name's Carol. Sorry, who are you? Whoa, there's a lot of you here. Okay, how can I help you? Welcome to Context Detective Agency. This is, my name is Carol Contact, and I'm here to help.
Carol what?
Carol Contact.
Isn't that a girl's name?
I didn't... Is there somebody here who has a little bit more manners that I can talk to?
Wait, sorry. Nice to meet you. I heard a little about you. I heard that you could help us find someone.
Yes, we're the greatest detective agency here in Chicago. How can I help you? As he grabs a bit of paper and starts to jot down. Oh, sorry, what are your names? As he points at you, James, first.
I don't answer.
Okay, that one's on mute. What about you, sir? And he points at you, T.
I reply T. Yeah, T.
T. Okay, T. Right. And he starts writing down, and then he points over to Elise. And you, miss?
Elise.
Elise, okay. Good, that's perfect. And you, miss, as he points at you, Elena, in your ragged robes, and it looks like you're a homeless vagrant almost.
Elena.
Elena, okay, got that. And you, sir, the rude man who talked to me before.
Yeah, I'm with the law enforcement. I'm Ace. Nice to meet you. And I stick my hand out to shake it.
Okay, he actually doesn't notice. He's just busy writing it down. He's like, oh, by the way, do you know? And he sees that you've put your hand down. He's just like, oh, Jesus. And he goes and shakes it. It's a very awkward interaction with this man. Okay, Mute Man, T, Elise, Ace, Elena, how can I help you today?
I'm sure, since you're a PI, you heard about the explosion at the college?
Yeah, of course. All of Chicago's heard about the explosion at the college.
Well, someone significant died there, apparently. And,
yeah, I believe Fanny Fannin, the singer, died there. Well, so the rumors say.
Huh. Well, I don't know anything about that. Do you guys know anything about that? And I try to look at the group.
Never heard of her.
Nope.
Yep, we didn't hear anything about that. I didn't know anything about that.
Okay, well, are you with law enforcement or something? Because what exactly are you looking into this explosion for?
Well, someone significant died there, and I'm trying to look for the killer, right? So the guy's name, Damien. Have you heard of him?
Damien? No, I haven't heard of any Damien. Is this the guy got a last name, or is he like one of them fancy singers that only have one name?
He's part of a gang, right? That's why I'm looking into this. I'm kind of in a pickle. He's part of a gang. They call themselves the Kindred. But
okay, I'm gonna throw up awe immediately.
Miss, has anyone told you that your eyes are amazing?
Thank you so much. I'm gonna look at Ace. Don't tell people we're part of Kindred. Don't even bring up that term. Don't say anything like that ever again. And I'm gonna go back to Carol, wasn't it?
Yeah, Carol was his name.
And I'm gonna be like, do you know Damien? Do you know anybody named Damien?
I already told you, miss, I don't know Damien, but I could get to know you if you wanted to give me your number.
Oh, that's so sweet, Carol. And then I
recently divorced. I swear. I'm recently divorced.
And then I look back to Ace and I'm like, do we have anything else? Because this person is useless right now.
I can't. Since she's an I can't respond. I no words come out of my mouth.
Like, is anybody here older than one day that can give us some information?
You hear
to
a
get
gruff
from Carol.
voice from around Carol's direction. Where he says, "Sorry, did you say the name Damien?"
Yes.
Turn, and you see a man with a really withered, old-looking face in a trench coat smoking a cigarette. And you see Carol just, "Oh, Jesus Christ, man! God, I told you not to sneak up on me like that. We got some new customers here and a lovely, lovely lady."
Martin! You found him! And I kind of just get past Carol and start walking by. Martin, nice to meet you.
How about you go into my office and we can discuss more sensitive information.
Ooh, sensitive information, you say? Sorry, guys, law enforcement only.
No, all fine.
I follow regardless.
I'm walking in.
Going in.
Yeah, as you walk past, Carol's just like, hey, Miss Elise, it was lovely meeting you.
You too, Carol.
He's like in my way, so I walk up to him and I hold his head and I move it out of the way and then I walk past.
All right, Mr. T, I like you too. You seem like a good guy. All right. Yeah, you did well, Carol. You did real well. And you guys walk into Martin's office. In his office, there is an old school typewriter just sitting in the middle of a desk, and there are various boards around with string and yarn and whatnot. Martin looks out of the window of his office, and he says, "So, you 5 are the lackeys that the prince is sending to find who killed his sheriff, eh?"
Yeah, we're kind of forced to, actually.
Yeah, against her will, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's how the gammies operate. As you actually drag from a cigarette. All right, I believe I caught your names. Miss T, Elise, Ace, Elena, and you. And he points at you, James. I don't know you. What's yours? What's your handle?
I'm still not answering. I'm not telling a cop my name.
This guy mute or something?
Or something.
Yeah, like he was dropping he was a baby or something.
Seems bit of mean to turn him into one of us. But either way, Ace. By the way,
what?
What's that?
Into what?
Into one of us.
What do you mean?
Or Ace.
Kindred, bloodsuckers, vampires that drink blood of the mortals at night.
Ah, God, you two, man. Jesus Christ. Ah, God. What is this?
His hunger must be getting up there, by the way. If he still thinks that we're a gang.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and also your hunger's pretty high, isn't it, Elise?
Oh yeah, I'm yeah.
You probably should feed after this scene. He goes, all right. Ace, you look around and you kind of have a look at all these different displays around his office, and one photo in particular stands out to you. Seems to be a photo of Acele Rivera, the girl who you were at Chicago University to look for. She's on a board with a bunch of other photos around her. But he turns to the 5 of you and he says, all right, I might have picked up a thing or two about the bombing. Kind of piqued my interest, bombing in the middle of the city. But if I'm to tell you what I know, you're gonna have to assist me in a problem I have.
Of course we do. What's the problem?
There's been a real pain in my ass lately. Kindred by the name of Shijana. She has information I need, and I need y'all to track her down.
You need information? What kind of information?
She has vital information I need. I can't disclose more than that. Give me a wits awareness, everyone, please. Sorry, wits insight. Wits insight.
I gotta do insight first.
Yeah, insight first, yeah.
Yeah.
Insight and wits. James.
Boom.
I think.
Oh no.
All right, this is what. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start off with the people who succeeded. Elena, you suspect that he's holding something back, But meanwhile, James, you can tell he is definitely holding something back and not telling you the whole story. Ace, however, you're getting frustrated. You are getting so frustrated about all of this. And I'm going to give you the sort of roleplay prompt of you might lash out here and be frustrated about this whole thing, about people talking about Kindred, people talking about this gang, these LARPers taking things way too seriously, despite the fact that a real university blew up. So, roleplay the scene how you all wish.
You guys are fucking ridiculous right now. You guys are still LARPing. You know, people died at the cauldron. People are dead. And you guys are here talking about some Kindred vampire shit? And we gotta do this guy a favor? What is going on here? I'm tired of this. Can we just get to the resolution of all this? And I kind of back away from everyone.
Wow, someone pissed in Flak Jacket's cornflakes this morning.
Yeah, he's new.
Yeah, I gathered. So,
Alright, as I could tell, you're fucking you. I never seen you in Chicago at all.
yeah, at this point, you're not meant to see me. I'm meant to be like a shadow.
All right, look, I can tell you're lying. Just tell us what you know so we can help you
Finally.
get this over with.
I'm not lying. Alright, I just need Shajana, that's all.
Or
I
what?
just need you to get her to me.
What do you want to do with her when you have her?
That's personal between me and her.
Oh, that's creepy. Answer the question.
Persuasive roll.
Yeah, give me a charisma persuasion, please.
Oh, this isn't gonna go well.
Does he even have any Chris?
Yeah, Elena, what are you doing? Are you just kind of
You
chilling
know
in
the
the
answer to the
corner?
question.
Yeah, I'm observing mainly because I'm not comfortable right now. I don't like
Nice.
the situation. There's too many people also, and I don't trust the guy.
Can I attempt to persuade him as well?
No, because you didn't notice anything was off, so I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, but Z said it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
He's gonna say, no, Dice, either you help me out with this problem, or you're gonna have to look somewhere else.
Am I able to like use awe in order because I technically still have it up, right, from when I was with Carol? Like, does that help at all with James?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Gosh darn storyteller.
Like, well, I guess we're just gonna be a bunch of messengers and a bunch of delivery men here. Let's take care of this.
Well, you realize we're kidnapping somebody, right?
Are
She's
we?
not a
We don't
nice
know that yet.
person.
No,
She's
not
not a nice
necessarily.
person.
Let's
We could
you know.
persuade her to come with us.
Well, it's not going so well right now, is it?
That's the only thing we can do because if you kidnap somebody, I'm gonna put all your asses to jail.
Okay.
Can someone shut up the baby over here?
Bro, baby.
Who's in
In
charge
my
of this one?
glasses and my
who? He goes up to you and he's like, "Who's your sire, kid?"
What, the fucking president? What are you talking about?
Who bought you into the night, you fucking dimwit?
The night? What are you talking about, dude? It's nighttime outside. What do you mean? Daytime, nighttime? What do you want? Dude, my mom? I don't know. What?
Who bit your neck and fed your blood, you fucking
I don't know. I knew a girl in middle school. She was kind of crazy.
Jesus fucking Christ. If this is
I'm
what
just
we're gonna
gonna-
deal with, you guys have got no shit in hell figuring out who killed Damien.
Oh, but you have the answer, but you won't tell us, asshole.
He doesn't have the answer. He wants us to do his dirty work so that he can feel good about himself.
I'm gonna tell
Hey,
you-
I
I'm gonna tell you
resent
one
that
thing,
remark,
Damien.
Elise.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, Martin. I'm not kidnapping shit. But if if she does, or your package or whatever, your creepy fantasy, if she does come with this, then cool. Other than that, no way.
Whatever. Just bring her to me. That's all I want.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, we're gonna play ball here.
Yes, give us the information we
fine.
need.
All right. Well, the problem is I don't exactly know where she lives. I pinpointed about 12 to 15 possible havens. But if you want to try to track her down, there's Benway's Book and Antiques. She often buys art from Dr. Benway. Which perks your ears probably, Elena, because you remember Dr. Benway being the dude who confronted you that night. Or you could go to the club Red Number 5. She sometimes hangs around there at certain nights. That's if you can get in.
Can we go now?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, so the 5 of you head off.
First place I'm gonna go to Taco Bell because I'm hungry.
Alright, you jump in the car. Is there any conversation
We're not going to Taco Bell.
Alright, well actually probably...
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Did you say you're going to Taco Bell out loud?
Yeah, I said we're going to Taco Bell. I'm hungry.
We're not going to Taco Bell, and I also am starving though. So let's go get some real food.
What, a restaurant?
Who in the hell is in charge of you?
Oh, well, that's classified. I can't tell you.
Can you teach him something? Anything at all?
You just like look over his shoulder, and I'm just stood there like, just right behind him.
I have my master's, so I know a lot of things actually.
Let's go get some food.
Can I just get a chalupa? Cause I'm starving. Just real quick, and then we go to the bookstore.
Can I
Who has the
search?
address to the bookstore?
While he's kind of doing his thing, can I search around? I guess I'm assuming we're outside by the car right now.
Yeah.
To see if we can find something.
Yeah. Elena, James, and T, what are you three doing? While fucking Ace in his flak jacket in the middle of the street is just like, can I get a chalupa?
I would
Well, I
also
don't need
like
the
to feed,
feed.
but I don't think that's going to be possible.
I'm just gonna go in the car. I don't need the feed. And I don't want to be a part of this conversation.
What about you, Elena?
For me, my anger is alright, so I'm just gonna follow James. At the moment, I'm just a shadow, so I follow people around.
Give me a wits awareness, please, Elise, and give me a +1 because of your bloodhound. What do we got? 2. Yeah, you're able to find somebody who fits roughly what you feel is appropriate for you to drink from. A shady-looking person who is obviously dealing drugs to people.
Okay, cool, fantastic. How far away am I from?
I'm gonna
I
say
guess.
you're like a few blocks away. Like you walked off for a few blocks and you found someone in an alleyway somewhere, and you're across the alleyway.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to drain him and I'm going to kill him and take everything.
Okay.
And I'm going to cover it up so it just looks like, he was killed by a
Alright.
drug deal gone bad.
First of all, give me a strength plus brawl to. Well, actually, how do you
I'd
approach the
escalate.
situation? Do you?
I'm gonna go up as if I'm looking to buy drugs.
Yeah. And he's just like, yeah, sure thing. I got uppers, I got downers, and then as he's doing that, then you just fucking pounce and just bite into him.
Yeah.
So you take all of your hunger away.
Nice.
All of that goes away, and you take a stain. So at the very end of your humanity tracker, at the end empty box, you put a slash. And you kind of position him a little bit. Well, here's the problem, though. It is a body that has no blood in it now. So how exactly are you going to try to stage this as somebody who potentially?
I mean, it'll probably come back to bite us, but I don't care at this moment. I'm gonna behead
Angry.
him and throw him into like the trash can, like tear his head off because I do have lethal body.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't stay in places very long, so yeah, I'm not very much concerned about
A little bit
leaving
hangry,
a trail.
I'd say.
Yeah.
All right. You rip the guy's head off. You throw it in the rubbish skip nearby, and you head back to the group. Meanwhile, T and Ace, I think Ace is still going on about how he wants to get some Taco Bell. T, what are you doing? Are you just kind of chilling with Ace? What are you doing?
So I'm guessing that's a no on the feeding then.
Oh, sorry, you wanted to feed. You said that you didn't know. Okay, sorry.
I didn't
So
know
you're
if
gonna
it'd
go
be
look.
possible due to my predator type.
No, it doesn't matter. You can feed however you want. Just give me a wits.
Okay.
A wits awareness to try to, or wits investigation probably. Let's go with wits investigation.
I mean, they're both the same, so.
Okay. You find someone. You find a homeless person. You start to feed from them.
Nice.
How many points of hunger are you taking off?
How many can I safely take?
2 is safe.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 then.
Okay. And as you, and this is, well, actually no, you don't get the beast because you got a success. So yeah, you drink and then you rejoin with Ace. You've been left alone as you're going on about Taco Bell, with James and Elena having jumped back into the vehicle. What are you gonna do with these two people having just walked away from you?
Welcome. That's what I'm talking about, James. Elena, let's. You want some chalupas? Everyone's getting chalupas. Let's go. And then I hop in the car and I'm ready to leave. I'm gonna give them about a couple of minutes and I'm taking off.
The two of you, T and Elise, arrive back at the vehicle. The vehicle is on. Do you jump back into the car?
Yeah. I mean, I'm perfectly happy now to just.
Yeah, perfectly content. And I guess we're driving to Taco Bell.
This is gonna be hilarious.
You drive to Taco Bell. You arrive at the parking lot. I assume all the rest of the coterie is just going to stay in the vehicle while Ace goes out and tries to eat.
I'm gonna follow.
I want to follow him. I'm going to.
Yeah. I want to see it.
Okay. What about you, Elena?
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah.
I just follow at the moment. I say nothing. I observe a lot, and I just follow people because I'm kind of scared.
Yeah. So,
Wait, notice everyone following me?
you notice James, Tony, and Elise following you. I'd say Elena is going from shadow to shadow to shadow, using her stealthy maneuvers to not really be seen behind the group of you.
So everyone else wants Taco Bell too. You see, I was right.
No, just want to see the show.
It's just Taco Bell.
It's Taco Bell. You arrive at the front counter. There's a bored-looking person at the counter. Just says, "Yeah, sorry, can I help you? Welcome to Taco Bell."
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you. I'm Ace. Can I get
sure. I don't need your name. I just need your order.
Well, don't you need my name for the order when you call it out? Can I
give you a number, but okay.
Cool. Can I get 2 chalupas from my man James? James, 1 chalupa. He doesn't look like he eats much. I don't know where Elena's at, but anyways, can I get another chalupa? Actually, it's gonna be 5 chalupas, dude.
I don't need a chalupa.
So that's
Get,
4.
It's
4
4.
chalupas.
I'll pass.
3
It's
chalupas.
3.
Just 3 chalupas. All right, 3 chalupas.
All right, 3 chalupas. Can I interest you in a I don't know what they serve at Taco Bell, but basically you haggle for a bit.
The cinnamon churros, right? Those little cinnamon sticks.
Can I
Cinnamon
interest
chip?
you in a cinnamon churro for an extra $1.95?
Throw that bitch in there.
All right.
I really hope you do that in the line.
By the way, you're still in the black jacket. And he just... You part of the police or something, sir? As you're waiting for your order, the guy just asked you.
I'm LARPing today.
He is
LARPing.
part of the police.
Oh, wait, are you part of the police or you're LARPing to be part of the police?
I'm LARPing today as if I am a police.
Oh man, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons myself.
Yeah, apparently these nerds over here too.
But
Just vibing to the Taco Bell beats.
music, yeah.
Eventually, your order comes up. It's served on a tray. Well, enjoy the
Smells a little
LARPing.
weird.
And if you got any space in your
thanks.
group, maybe hit me up.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna invite him to your guys' thing.
Well, why doesn't he just come with us right now?
No. Anyways,
No, you know.
head back to, we're gonna head back to the
fucking lingering kissing. So you can fuck later.
All right. So,
Already
you
have
guys,
somebody coming later.
you guys go to a table. I'm guessing, or do you go back into the car to do this?
I'm gonna eat at the parking lot.
Okay. Sit out the parking lot. You start to salivate at the thought of this chalupa, and also the what was the churros? The
Yeah.
Cinnamon twist.
you start to salivate a lot, and you go to
I'm gonna take
bite.
a couple
Sorry?
steps back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a couple steps away from him while he starts eating.
The four of you just kind of looking at this, knowing exactly what's going to happen in a few seconds. You take a bite into this chalupa, and it tastes like absolute ash on your tongue. It tastes disgusting. And you're like, maybe this was a bad one. So you put that away, you grab another one out. Bite into that one, because you did get 3 after all. That tastes like ash too. It just tastes absolutely revolting.
They fucked up my order.
Try the cinnamon twist.
Fucked
Try
up
the
my order,
cinnamon
guys.
He's got one more to go.
No, they can't fuck up cinnamon twist. I grabbed the cinnamon twist.
Okay. You look at the cinnamon twist with its. I'm assuming it's got like a sugar coating on it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
With the glistening sugar underneath the lights, ready to take a big fat old bite of a sugary rush. Bite into it. It tastes like ash.
How do you fuck up cinnamon twist? What the fuck?
As you say, how do you fuck up cinnamon twists? You can't even get the final word out before your mouth just opens and you just start ejecting all of that you just ate all over the parking lot in a big projectile vomit of blood and bits of crunched up food.
The fuck was that? This drugs fucked me up. I need to see a doctor. He's gonna drive me there.
I'm trying.
Guys.
Oh, don't mute. Let us hear the laughter.
It's bad laughter though. Like I don't want to peek anyone's microphone. I'm gonna go back inside at the Taco Bell, and I'm gonna use awe on the cashier.
Yeah, the cashier looks up at you. Says, "Oh, is this about the LARP?"
Yeah. Could you come out really quick? We really wanted to talk to you just for a second. Can you just take a 5-minute break? Not even 2 minutes.
He looks back and he sees his manager is busy on a computer. So he's like, "Yeah, I could. It's pretty dead around here. I can probably go and yeah."
Yeah, we're
It's gonna
just
be 5
right
minutes,
out
right? Just
the
5
front
minutes.
door.
Just 5 minutes.
Not even. It'll be 2. We're right out here, right out front.
Fantastic. All right.
So
Give me
I'm
a
gonna take him over there.
Yeah, he comes out and he's like, "Oh, the name's Adrian, by the way."
Oh yeah, I'm Elise. I'm briskly taking him over to where Ace is at, I'm going
Did you tell him
to.
you fucked up?
I'm going to
order?
cut him and put it in front of his face. Like cut either his neck, and I'm gonna put it in front of his face.
Like as in,
I know he's very hungry.
okay.
Like a little slit on the side, sure.
And I started
Wait,
like
wait.
looking to see
little
if anyone's
slit?
watching
Okay.
us.
Yeah.
How do I react?
I'm gonna like
Do I
cut
have
his
any
whole head.
control?
I'm just gonna have some blood so that
Okay.
he can.
So what happens
Do I-
is he comes out and he's like, "Hey, you okay, man?" And then you kind of sneak up behind him and do a little cut in his neck, and he's just like, "What the hell?" And Ace, what hunger are you at?
Hunger. Where did that be at?
If he's not maxed, I'll be
well,
surprised.
Oh, I probably went down because of the beast, right? Oh, hunger.
Yeah.
Oh, so I should be at 4. I should be at 4 actually.
4, fantastic. All right. Ace, you look up as you see this guy is holding this cut on his neck, and he's just like, "What the fuck, man?" And you just like, "Hang on, what's happening?" But that's when you notice the blood is seeping through his fingers,
And I'm
and
pushing him.
he's pushed
Towards
towards you.
you.
The blood seeping through his fingers. You feel something inside you say, "Drink." Do we have to do a hunger frenzy here? Okay. Roll me a hunger frenzy. Difficulty
Just shakes his head.
difficulty 3.
Frenzy at the bottom of
Frenzy,
the
right?
front page.
Yep. Good. I think. God. I said difficulty is 3.
Yep. Okay.
GG.
Ace, you are about to respond and ask Elise what the hell that was when you see the blood, and that's when you leap on him and you bite into his neck and you start drinking the blood, drinking it in the middle of this car park. Luckily, it's pretty deserted at this time. It's nearly it's like 4 in the morning right now, so not many people are around here. But the four of you notice as Ace is lapping up this blood from this guy's neck that he's not going to stop. He's going to kill this man if nobody intervenes.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
intervene.
I would intervene too.
Same.
I'm not doing
give-
anything.
Yeah, you're just watching this, just like, what the fuck is going on and why? How did I end up with this group? You start to give me a strength plus strength, please, Ace, and give me a strength plus strength, both James and Elise, and give me a +1 because you're both kind of helping each other.
Me too, mate.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear.
me.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you say that you're going to help out. Sorry, yeah, +2 then. +2 then. So strength for strength from everyone. Ace, you. Yeah. 3, 1. Ace, you gave me 3. Okay. Sweet, easily. You're easily able to pull Ace off the guy, but his teeth were still like clenched around his neck, and he just pulls a chunk of flesh off. And the guy's just gurgling, but he's in the middle of the ecstasy of the kiss, and he's just like, oh, his blood is starting to pool. Ace, you want more of that blood. What are the three of you gonna do as you hold Ace back?
Well, we've got to get rid of this body now, don't we? Yeah.
Well, he's not dead yet. I'm gonna give him some of my blood.
You
Force
you
it
let
down
go.
his throat.
You let go of Ace. You head over, bite your wrist maybe, and just start feeding him a little bit of your blood. And that's when the blood, the wound is still there, but the blood will stop spraying out like it was. And slowly, over the course of the next few minutes, it's going to knit back together. Ace, you come back to your senses and you realize you're covered, your whole mouth is covered with blood. You're being held back by James and T. You remember that whole situation, but something's definitely fucky here.
Where does my hunger go to?
I would have
on the front
said
page.
you would have drunk 3 points of hunger off this guy. So what's your hunger 4? So you're on hunger 1 now.
Ooh, what the fuck was that? I had no control. Why'd I do that to him?
That's the beast. Welcome to being a kindred.
I look down at my feet. I don't see anything.
I'm
Probably just
gonna
put a-
move the guy and just prop him up against the building.
Yeah, he's very pale at this point, but you did give him your blood, which means that he will get better, but it's just going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I put a hand on Ace's shoulder.
Is he on my left or right?
Left. Sure, why not?
I just get into the car. After I put the guy over there, I just get into the car.
I hated that. Sorry.
I pat him again and then lead him towards the car.
Right. Elena, you probably are going to skulk into the shadows and follow into the car, I'm assuming. Yep. And nope, that is Rachel's webcam.
That's my battery that just died.
That's all good. It didn't screw up the setup, which is fine. James, you probably have a good old chuckle to yourself over this whole scene and scenario before getting back to the car. It's getting close to daytime now. It's getting close to the morning hours. The 5 of you are in the car. Who's driving, by the way?
I'll
I
drive.
drive, so
Nope. Okay, both of you go to the driver's seat, and you can decide.
I can't drive. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll drive.
Elise jumps in the driver's seat, starts up the car. Where do the 5 of you go? It's getting close to morning, as I said.
Have to be the closest haven, right?
Closest haven to here would probably be yours, T.
Go there, I suppose.
Okay.
She has my address, so I just say my place.
Yeah, and I go.
You head over, the car going. It's probably a silent car ride for Ace at the very least, as he's taking all this in. He was in denial for a long time, but there's no denying what just happened. He's entered into a new world that he doesn't understand and doesn't know anything about. And you all head to T's Haven. And what's the time? Oh yeah, that's not too bad. And I think this is probably a good point for a break if anybody needs a break, because it feels like a natural break point. We need a quick 5 minute. I know I probably need a break, so I'll just say 5 minute break.
Yeah, I need a break too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we do our daily heals? Because I still haven't healed since the last.
Oh well,
You
we
guys
can.
like 2 health.
Yeah, sure. Actually, we'll just do that right now. Rouse checks from everyone for the next night, and if anybody needs to heal, it's 1 rouse check per superficial damage. And we are back.
What up, LARPers?
What up, larpers? Okay, so we're going to pick up. Everyone's done their rouse checks. Everyone's now done some healing. So we're going to pick up in T's apartment, with the 5 of you having crammed yourself into this apartment, waking up for another night. Ace, you check your phone upon waking. There's no sun, and the sudden realization dawns on you that if all of this is true, you are never going to see the sun again. But you check your phone and there's a missed call from Daryl Hammer. and he's left a voicemail. You go through your voicemail service and you hear, "I told you to stay away from the university, you fucking idiot. Well, I'm glad you weren't caught up in the bombing, though. Thank Christ. Look, shit has hit the fan here. The CIA is on full ops mode following what happened. I can't give you details, but I'm going to be out of town for a short while. There's a POI that we need to interview being held in a secret facility. But when I get back, we need to talk. I said your name to Sergeant Chavez, and he seems to think we're going to need some more boots on the ground. Either way, we'll meet when I'm back. Don't do anything stupid."
Already did.
All right, what does everybody do upon waking? Ace obviously is checking his voicemail. What does James, T, Elise, and Alina do?
Waiting for everyone to act up because I don't know what to do. I mean, we have names, so I'm kind of like I want to go to the bookstore. So I'm waiting for someone to suggest something, knowing that I will go to the bookstore anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to say everyone can just RP this little session and decide what you're all going to do for tonight, as you are slowly running out of time to find out who killed Damien, the sheriff.
Nope.
Can I ask, who was Dr. Benway again?
Are you asking in-game or out-of-game?
Out of game.
Out of game.
Dr. Benway to me?
Yeah, Dr. Benway is was the guy who runs the bookstore that Martin told you about.
Okay, and do I have any interest in them at all?
Nah, first time you've ever heard the name.
Okay.
Just I'm sitting in the corner of the room on the bed, and I'm just sort of twiddling the knife that I got from Ace in my hand, poking it into my finger.
Well, so guys, it's time to go. We seem to have a few different places that we can go to. I'm down to split up.
I think that's a good idea too.
Right?
Alright, we can check both places then.
Yeah, I agree. Preferences?
Bookstore.
I don't know about any of you, but my life just changed like a whole complete 180.
Yeah.
Empathy here.
You got a master's degree, you'll be fine.
We've all been there.
Yeah, and we've given you information. You just thought this was a game or something. Yeah, basically, welcome to the Kindred.
Yeah, welcome.
Which is not a game.
You're so good.
It's not a game, no.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna see you guys later.
Yeah. No,
Are you
you're
sure
not.
about that? Just a reminder that in less than 2 or 3 days, we're gonna die if we don't.
You're gonna be killed. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be killed.
I don't care. I almost killed somebody because I'm a fucking
But you didn't, we
monster.
stopped it, it's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. They're
Yeah.
fine.
You guys are not my babysitters.
Oh yeah, we kind of are.
We kind of are, actually. Yeah.
Well, I'm his babysitter.
Yeah,
You guys are just
especially him,
along for the
yeah.
ride.
Yeah.
We're RPing, dude.
Well, we may
whatever
not.
you guys want. I'm gonna go home.
While we may not be
Yeah.
your babysitter, you have resources and information that will solve this problem and save everybody in this situation. So it's in your best interest to help
Am I
us
gonna
out.
turn back human?
Nah.
Then this is not gonna help me. I'm going home.
Can
We
we
can
at
deal with
least
our own.
know where where you live or something, so we can catch up at some point? We can give you some times. We understand, but
you do know where he lives. He took you there the night before. So.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I guess it's understandable that you need some times, but we can't only.
Don't have a lot.
You don't have a lot, so take some time for yourself. We're gonna, I guess, split up to go on the lead that we have. And we'll catch up with you later on. Just don't go out in the sun, please.
Yeah, got that. Gonna leave.
I follow.
Yeah.
Ace leaves.
Great.
T
So there's three
probably
of us.
disappears from sight and follows. And now there's the three of you.
Right. I said I'm going to the bookstore.
Bookstore.
Yeah. I don't know
I guess-
about the other.
Well, if
go
there's just
ahead.
three of us, we gotta stick together now. We already split up.
We could still split up. I've been doing a lot of investigating on my own for a very long time. I'm very used to it. If you guys want to go together, I'd be more than happy to check out the club.
I'm not going to the club. There's too many people. Too noisy.
Yeah, and I don't think they will let me in the club with my appearance, so that would be. I think that's actually pretty smart if you go to the club and we go to the bookstore, something, and we can meet up again at some place when we have more information.
Yeah. I'll give them my temporary housing that I'm staying at.
Do you have a burner phone?
Let's go with yes.
Yeah. I know Elena
should
probably
have
doesn't
a burner
have
phone.
a phone of any kind, but does James? Yeah, no, James does, but he can't read text from it. That's the only thing.
Yeah. He just takes the
Okay.
calls.
Yeah, so I have a phone. So yeah, I'll just give them my contact information. That would be easier than my house.
And so the coterie all split up. Elise heading off to read number 5, probably asking James, because he's the most local of Chicago, where read number 5 is, before heading off. James and Elena head off to downtown to the... well, actually, you're probably going to James's Haven first, right? Because you've got a car, don't you, James?
Need to get the car, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got another mode of transport. Meanwhile, we're going to cut back to these three a little bit later on, but I want to know, Ace, you jump in your car. T, you're following behind him. Sorry, what are your obfuscate powers again? You've got...
I'm not obfuscated. I'm just following.
okay. Yeah,
I think he's well aware that I'm just going to follow wherever he goes.
So as you open the door to your car, you turn around and you see that T is behind you. Mr. T.
I'm guessing you're my babysitter, so you have to go where I go, right?
Make sure you don't get killed.
Right. Okay. Get in the car.
You two drive off to Ace's Haven. Do you say anything, Ace, or do you just mull in your thoughts? Because I know T, he won't say anything himself without any provocation. He's not that type of character. He's not that type of person. But do you say anything, or do you just mellow in your thoughts as you drive?
I'm gonna try to investigate my situation. I'll start asking him questions.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you saw the person who changed me. He was this bald guy. He had beard. He looked kind of ancient. Do you know who he is?
I didn't hear what you said.
I'm just opening my notes.
Okay. I can tell you right now, you didn't. He looked familiar, but that's about it.
Yeah, I know. That's written in my notes.
Shut up.
Familiar to me, but I didn't recognize him.
I'm guessing that's my sire, right?
Yes. Abandoned.
What does that mean for me?
Difficult question. In Kindred society, people like you, they call them caitiffs, are generally seen as lesser.
So, is there any rules that, as a caliph, that I can't break?
Same rules. Just be careful who you tell.
Tell that I'm a caliph or a vampire?
Both, but in Kindred company, just be aware that telling them you're a caitiff or that you have no sire is dangerous.
So is this like a gang or group? Clan?
A race. Caitiff. Clan.
Okay. So what do I say instead?
Best to avoid the subject, I would say.
All right. So that box thing that you put me in, what is that all about?
I don't know what I can tell him, Chris. What do I even know about it itself?
You just say that powers, that the blood gives you powers and gives different races or clans. Oh, because you're calling them races, I guess. So the different races of vampires, different types.
No,
of
I didn't. I meant kindreds are a race, whereas caitiff would be a clan. That's what I meant.
Okay. Either way, that the power of the blood gives the different clans different abilities, and that's one of your abilities. It's probably close to what you would say.
Okay. Blood. The blood gives power.
Like a superhero?
Supernatural.
Yeah. Do I have powers too?
I presume so, though I've not seen any.
I noticed a couple of things actually. My sire, bald guy, he moved he looked like Flash. Like he just moved extremely fast, and when we were getting attacked by that mob, that brick, it was kind of like I had spider senses or something. I dodged it really easily, and I moved extremely fast. So I'm guessing I have his exact powers.
Unsure, though what you're referring to, heightened reflexes, speed.
Do you get to have multiple powers?
Sure.
Time will tell.
Sure. Time will tell.
Okay. How do you find out about him? It just happens naturally, like when I dodge the brick.
For me, immense pressure, stress, unveiled them.
All right. Anyways, I really want to find this guy. I guess no offense, but he turned into this monster and I almost killed someone back there. So, do I have to feed on people?
Blood, though if you prefer a direct source, it works.
You gave me these, what did you give me when I first turned? It was kind of gross, but it fed me. What was that?
blood bags, low quality blood.
But I could take those?
Not as strong, not as filling.
But I don't hurt anyone.
Depends on your outlook, I suppose.
Some good news then. Alright, well, just gonna go to my place real quick. I'm gonna do some investigating. If you're cool with that.
Yes.
Awesome.
So you continue driving with these questions answered, but more questions seemingly piling up. And you think about your situation. You think about the life that you have now left behind, the fact you are never going to see the sun again. And you have this thought in your head as you're driving, that perhaps you died that night at the university, and now you are a doomed soul wandering the earth. And we will cut from that scene for now and head over to James and Elena. I'm going to cut some time here and say that you arrived at your haven, James, your loyal dog. What was your dog's name? I can't quite remember. Scout. Scout, just loitering around, eating some garbage around the alleyways. But as soon as Scout sees you, Scout runs up to you. And Elena, you see this. You see an animal that has seemingly made a connection with another kindred. Something that you, somewhere deep inside you, you long for a little bit. But you do see it. After patting Scout for a little bit, you head over to your car. What is your vehicle?
I have no idea.
I think you said it was a pickup truck.
Yeah, probably a pickup truck of some kind. We can just say that.
You can say that.
As my mic is refusing to behave and is constantly... There we go. So, you both jump in the pickup truck. Elena and James, is there any conversation the two of you want to have about your current situation, or really anything in general?
How did you make a pact, I guess, with the dog?
I spit out my blood. I'm a gangrel. I can talk to them since I was turned.
Oh, so this isn't. Well, okay. And do you think I could do it too?
I have no idea. I guess if you wish to, you could figure it out someday.
I wish to figure it out now. But okay, I guess. So we're heading off to the bookstore. Do you have any idea of what we could ask the guy?
Nope. You saw had him at persuading people.
Damn, I guess we're fucked, kinda.
Well, if all goes wrong, we could just beat it out of him, right?
Yeah, I guess we
Well,
could do
go.
that then. Yeah, let's go. I guess we could beat him up.
Alright, so then
I'm
we'll
not
go
really
off
fond
then.
of that, but okay. I leave it to you to beat him up.
Okay.
Arriving at the loop, the coterie, James and Elena, are treated to the social hub of the city. People wander the streets ready to go on a night out onto the many nightclubs within Chicago, while others are tourists merely taking in the sights. You arrive, I'd say, a few blocks away. You wouldn't park right outside it. That would be a little bit silly, maybe. Or maybe you do. But either way, you arrive at Benway's Books and Antiques, located within the heart of the loop. A quaint store with a feel of another era. A wooden sign swings in the wind with weathered writing. Although the store display is closed, looking through the window, you can see sure signs of activity within. Investigating a little further, you hear people talking down an alleyway. And maybe Elena, since you are constantly going from shadow to shadow, you investigate a little bit and you see that there is a truck parked in the back of the building where there are a number of workers carting in various paintings and antiques through the loading dock. The workers are in moving uniforms, and there are staff members for Benway's Antiques directing the traffic inside and outside. You report this back to James, who I'm assuming is waiting outside the building. What is your approach?
James or the situation?
I guess both of us.
Yeah.
Maybe both.
Both of you.
She's pretty stealthy. I'm pretty stealthy. We should probably just sneak in, right?
That would work. Wait, let me check my... I'm really, really bad at stealth, actually. I only have one dot.
You could try to lockpick the front door if you wish, but there is the loading dock door which you could try to sneak through, but it's up to you.
We can try.
Yeah, I'm
If
pretty
at
aggressive,
least
though.
one of us get in, that's already a good move.
Yeah, I'm going through the loading door.
Okay.
So we roll stealth?
Stealth? Okay. Dexterity plus stealth, please.
Okay. Damn.
Ooh. Ooh. A good stealth roll.
Not bad, not bad.
Alright. Oh boy, okay, let me just change the music for a minute. Both of you attempt to stealth your way in. Elena, you are kind of going from shadow to shadow, using your abilities, staying still whenever anybody looks. James, you are doing exceedingly well at remaining hidden, hiding behind dumpsters. And you are nearly at the loading dock door, when suddenly you hear someone say, one of the workers, look over at Elena's direction as she is seen. And the person says, "Sorry, miss, no homeless around here." You act on instinct. Your immediate reaction is, shit, you've been seen. And so what you end up doing, and this is the messy critical part, is you end up grabbing the guy and pulling him into the shadows, covering his mouth. But as you hide in the shadows behind the dumpster, Elena also conceals herself to staying completely still in one of the corners. But this has made some noise, which the other workers are going to investigate while you have this guy just fighting against you, James. What do? You don't have the abilities to just hide in shadows, so these people will eventually find you.
Imagine I can just feed off of him to knock him out, right?
Yeah, you can. You are hungry.
Yeah.
Alright. You bite into the back of his neck. He's struggling, but as soon as your fangs dip into his neck, he starts... The willpower inside him zaps away, and he just falls to the eternal bliss of the kiss. And how much hunger are you taking off?
Just one to get it over quick.
Okay. You take off one hunger, and he is a little bit dazed as you throw him to the side, possibly making a noise as his friends go to check him out. Giving both of you an opportunity to rush inside.
I guess we're going in then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you're inside, there is a number of shelving and paintings and workers who have kind of come to the dockway to check out what's going on, what the commotion was. Both of you, I'm going to say, are next to each other near the dockway, near the dockway entrance, but you are hidden behind a shelving. And there's currently about 3 to 4 staff members just looking out of the dockway. And if you try to exit out, you're definitely going to be seen.
So we're just stuck here. We gotta make a move.
Well, got to figure something out. There's various books around you. Because it's a shelving that you're behind. There's books, there's paintings. You can throw out some other suggestions as well, but basically try to think of a way out of the scenario.
I guess we need a distraction.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can throw something so they get distracted.
And just knock over the bookshelf.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, yeah.
Knock over the bookshelf. Okay. In fact,
The
you know what?
bookshelf in itself? The bookshelf in itself?
Yeah, the bookshelf. I believe that's what James wants to do is push over the bookshelf. Which actually,
That's what you want to do?
as he's starting to do it, Lena, you notice that it's going to hit those two workers and possibly severely injure them.
Stop. There's gonna be another way to distract them. We can't do that. This is gonna be even worse. We won't have a way out or anything. We won't progress. So I don't know, we can throw a book, just one book, not the whole bookshelf. I start to panic because this is getting out of hand.
Okay, so we'll try it that way. If it doesn't work, I'm pushing this bookshelf over.
He's got his hand on the bookshelf, ready to push.
Okay, that works for me. So I grab a book and I try to throw it in a direction far away from us.
Okay, give me a dexterity plus subterfuge, please, Elena.
Oh, fuck, I have 0.
Remember, you can rouse the blood to get extra dice. You can rouse the blood to get 2 extra dice.
I'm sorry. How do I do that?
So you just do a rouse check, and you might gain a hunger, but you still get when you do the roll, you can do a modifier of +2.
Okay. Wait.
It seems like a common occurrence with this coterie that as soon as they try simple tasks, things just escalate very quickly. You gain a hunger, but you get to roll 2 extra dice.
Okay. So I do subterfuge,
Yeah, subterfuge, dexterity, and then modifiers 2.
Oh,
Fuck! You can willpower reroll or reroll one of those dice. I mean, a 2 might be better than a 1.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. A white power, so I remove a willpower.
Yeah, make it into a slash. And then reroll 1 dice. Damn.
Subterfuge, okay.
There's a button that says WP reroll.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so just click that and then just choose 1 dice. 2 successes. Okay, you grab a book and you throw it, and it hits the van door, which, and this is kind of the messy part of this. This is the cost. Is that 2 of the men who were looking out, was like, what the hell was that? And go around you, not really noticing you. But one is walking very closely and will probably see you as soon as he gets to around that corner of the shelving.
Are they together?
Not this third guy. The third guy's kind of lagging behind. And so the 2 kind of go past you, not noticing you at all, going to where you threw the book, but one is going to, is kind of staying a little bit more close to the inside and will see you when they walk past.
So I guess I cannot feed on one of them, without the second one noticing me.
The guy that's going close to you, yeah, he's by himself. You can try to grab him and feed from him.
I'm gonna do that if I can, because I have 4 anger, and that's gonna put him in a daze, so we can hide him after.
Okay. Give me a strength plus brawl check, please, as you go to grab this guy.
Fuck!
1, 1, 1.
I'm useless.
Okay. Alright, this is the success at the cost, and this is the constant escalation, is you pull the guy in, He goes, "What?" before you put your hand over his mouth and you drink from him. But that catches the attention of the two people who are just distracted by the book being thrown, and they start heading towards your direction. But you do drink at least one hunger from this guy.
Okay, so I'm taking my hunger. James, do something. Pull the
Alright.
The bookcase.
My bookshelf over, so I wanted to begin with.
You knock the bookshelf over, James. It distracts and disorientates the two people walking towards you. They clearly see you, and what I'm going to say that happens, just to sort of end this constant escalation, is both of you slide over the bookcase and just run into the store.
Alright.
As they're
Yes, we got something
screaming.
right.
As
No, this is not right.
As they're screaming after you, going, "What the hell? Come on, someone!" But luckily, it's going to take them some time to kind of maneuver over and under the bookcase to chase you. That escalated very quickly.
That's what we're here for.
But you rush. What do you do when you get in? Because you don't exactly know where you're going. There is. You run in. You're in the middle of the store right now. There is the main store, which looks to be all the lights are off. The store looks to be completely closed. There's a stairway leading up, and there's also a stairway leading down. You've got mere moments to decide what you're going to do.
Let's speed up.
Let's split up. No,
One
we're not
up,
split
one
up.
down.
No, we gotta go the same way so we can help each other.
Okay. Down or up?
I think I see them.
We're going
Come
up.
on.
Okay, up. We're going up.
Okay. You two head up. Upstairs, you are greeted to a hallway with a number of doors on either side, about 2 doors on each side and 1 door at the end. You hear the footsteps behind you. What are you doing?
And we try to open every door, no?
Okay.
Can we try to open every door?
Okay, you open the first door, Elena. James, across from you, opens the next door. The first door you open, Elena, you see it's an empty office. It's an empty main office. There's nobody inside. James, you open up the next one, and it is a changing room, a break room of some kind for the staff. And there's a few staff members who look up at you and go, "What? Who are you?"
I'm just gonna shut the door and not even answer.
You shut the door.
Yep.
You turn to Elena as you hear voices from downstairs making their way up. You're probably holding the door closed so that the people on the other end don't open it and see you. I'm going to say that. You turn to Elena, and what do you say?
We just gotta go.
Go
Let's go down the hallway.
The other door? How many doors you said? 2 doors on the left, right, and one at
Yeah,
the
so you've
end?
tested 2 doors so far. One on the left, one on the right. There's 2 more doors on the left and the right, and there's one right ahead, straight ahead.
Well, let's go to the end and we can just make her stand there if we need to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so James, you let go of the door comes flying open, but you two are running towards this door at the end of the hallway. You go to reach for it, and it's locked.
Oh, can I just kick it open?
Yeah,
We're already
you can kick
gonna
it
be
open.
quiet now.
Yeah, you just put your boot up, bang! The door opens, and you see a very confused man standing there looking at art. Elena, you recognize him as Dr. Benway, and he looks at both of you and he says, who the hell are you?
We found you, finally. We're looking for you. Look at all the mess we did to find you.
At this
If only
point,
your restaurant was open.
all the staff members just like rush upstairs, and they're like, "Freeze! You guys are trespassing!"
We know we are. Just let us be. We're just trying to have a chat. That's all we're trying to do. And you were on your way. That's it. That's collateral damage.
Give
Just
me
let
a
it be.
charisma plus persuasion, please.
This is not gonna go well.
What does?
Imagine he's just
I
like,
look like-
oh, okay.
Persuasion plus charisma. Let's see that shitty roll, guys. Yes!
He'll say, okay, look, I know Dr. Bimway looks at his staff members and says, I know these two, I think. How about you stay outside the door, and if I need help, I'll call out for it. And the staff member goes, okay, if you're sure, Dr. Bimway. And he's like, yes, I'm quite sure. Please, just leave us to our privacy. Both of you walk in, and he says to you, Elena, he's like, please, dear, could you shut the door behind you?
Of course.
You go to shut the door. It's just. It does not close.
All right, well, I guess we call it closed.
Yeah. Okay, my dear. Just stand at the door, please, and hold it shut. All
right, I will do that. No worries.
And we will cut back to that scene in a second. Wow. Wow.
What a mess.
When will I be useful?
You mean that was what we got there? What are we talking about?
We got there, that's true.
How are you
useful?
I don't need.
Alright, we're gonna cut back to Elise. Elise, you arrive at the area known as Red Number 5. You arrive at the exclusive club. You're greeted by a long, snaking line around the block to the coach line. Two burly bouncers stand at the door to Red Number 5 as they seemingly allow people in at random at odd intervals. Give me a wits awareness, please.
Okay.
I gotta say, I love this group so far, and just the escalating chaos that just happens. Messy critical.
You get a messy critical on awareness.
I'll tell you how. You're going to hunger. That's how.
Oh, great. That's gonna be great for my character.
It's 4. Nova, it is 4. Messy critical. But you do notice that as the beast rattles within you going, you need to feed. You did not feed enough from that guy that you drained the night before. You need to do that again. You do notice that the bouncers, when they let people in, they seemingly are being radioed through the earpieces. So like they'll get a radio in their earpiece, they'll go yes, and then they'll let somebody in. Loud dance music pulsates from within, reverberating onto the streets. Two of the patrons begin to get into a scuffle within the line. One of the burly bouncers approaches and grabs both men, saying they best get moving. One tries to protest but is soundly kicked to the curb, and he scuttles away. With a line to the club impossibly long and seemingly never moving in a logical order, what do you do to try to get into this club?
Since I know that they're being told who to let in.
Sorry, actually, with your 4, you would have also noticed that there's the odd person that gives them money as well.
Okay. I'm gonna use awe. And I'm gonna go up to the. Am I able to go to the first person in line and talk to them as if I know them?
Yeah.
Just to cut.
Yeah, there's a woman at the front of the line looking very annoyed as she's got her arms crossed. She looks at you as you try to as she realizes what you're trying to do to cut in line, but as soon as she looks at you, the sort of anger on her face just disappears. And she just says to you, "Oh, hi. You trying to get into the club too?"
Hi! Oh my god, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. Oh, your hair is beautiful. I can't believe how young you look. I turn away from her.
Yeah, give me a manipulation plus subterfuge, please, and add your presence rating as a modifier.
And my presence is 2?
2, yeah. So 2 would be the modifier.
Very welcome
3. You
Good
see
enough.
this like confusion on her face, and then she just kind of goes, "Yeah, it was James's party, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
I'm
my
so
god,
happy you
it's been so
remembered.
long! Oh my god!
Yeah. I'm like, you're trying to get in?
Yeah, I've been trying for like the last hour.
Oh my god, like what's going on? How come they're not letting you in?
It's really exclusive. This place is the place to be, apparently. That's what all my girlfriends have been saying.
Yeah, I can tell. And then I turn to the bouncer and I'm like, hi, how are you? Me and my friend are really hoping we can get in here.
He looks at you, looks at her, and he says, I don't know what to tell you, miss, but this is a very exclusive establishment. I'm afraid. Actually, you would have gotten changed, wouldn't would have you? You're no longer in like
I
the
wouldn't-
flannel.
No, I've already had gone back. I mean, even after the flannel, I'd already gotten changed.
Yeah.
But knowing that I wanted to go to the club, I would have gone home first and I would have changed into a dress. Appropriate attire.
Yeah, he looks at you and he says, "This is a very exclusive club. Not anyone is just let in here, but exceptions can be made."
Well, I know not anyone is just allowed here. Why do you think I'm here?
He give me a charisma plus persuasion plus your presence rating. 2. He says, "Well, as much as I would like to let you in, my dear, it's not up to me. I get the call from the big man, and he hasn't called." And as he points at the camera pointed at the front line, he says, "He monitors the camera and the clientele, tells me who to send in."
Would that happen to be Crook?
Oh, this place is not Crook's place, by the way.
Oh, it's not? I thought this. Whose is this place?
You just know that this place is where Shijana sometimes hangs out. It's just, you don't know who owns the club.
Okay, I thought it was.
No, Crook's
Okay,
Lounge is a lot more seedier than this place.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird that a Nos owned an upscale club, but I was rolling with it. Okay. Who is it that is vetting the clientele to let them in?
It's the head of the house, Bennett Stedman. You know what? Goes on his radio. He's like, "Boss, I got someone here who's wanting to come in. Are you?" "Okay, all right." He says you got to pay the fee, unfortunately, like everyone else.
I'll pay it.
Okay, it's a dot of resources.
Okay.
So you just
Do I
take
need to mark that somewhere to keep track
Yeah, just
of?
take a dot away. Sorry. Just typing messages to people. Equal to. Okay. Here we'll go. I am very sorry about this, miss, but welcome to Red Number 5.
Can I take the girl with me?
Sure. And she beams and she says, "Oh my god, thank you so much!
Yeah,
It's
I'm
party!"
taking her. It is party time.
Yeah.
And as soon as we get into the dark, I'm gonna, as soon as it's dark, push her against the wall and I'm gonna feed off of her.
Cool. All right.
Lingering kiss.
Give me. I'm gonna say what you're gonna try to do is you're gonna try to make this a bit of a seductive move, maybe. And so, because you're in Red Number 5, you get extras on your dice because of this, because of the atmosphere here. Give me a. Oh, what would a manipulation plus subterfuge plus 2.
Plus the 2 I already have, right?
Oh god, plus 4 then. Sorry, I forgot you have presence on. Yeah, +4.
You said persuasion? No, subterfuge.
Oh, subterfuge.
I'll laugh if you fail.
Oh, if I fail, I'm gonna be so mad.
Critical. She just goes with it, and you push her up against the wall, and to anybody who's walking past, it looks like you're just having a fun old time with a girlfriend. But really, what you're doing is you're drinking. How much blood are you taking from her?
I'm gonna take enough so that she's not incapacitated. Like, I don't want her on the floor.
2. She's gonna seem very drunk after 2.
That's fine.
But it's pretty apropos for this scenario. 3 is where it would start to get a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
So, once inside, you agree. Once you finish that, and she's just like, "Oh, I gotta give her a name. I gotta give her a name." You're collecting quite the.
I am.
Where's my
the arsenal of people?
Yeah. Where's my fucking kingdom?
What can I say? Toreadors, you know?
Just like 35 people show up at once and they're like, oh!
35 platonic people.
Yeah, it's all platonic. It's all platonic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call her.
I mean,
Jazz.
because your homies in the mind,
Jazz. Her name's Jazz.
Yeah. I didn't even care.
Yeah,
You like
it's just so I know.
No, Novus or Sally, so you gotta change that.
No, it's Jazz. Jazz. She can get fucked. Alright. So, once you've left Jazz behind and she's feeling and reeling back from the ecstasy of the kiss, you turn around and you see that you're in a area that's like a small lounge / bar. The music that's pulsating is coming from a set of double doors that are nearby that obviously lead to the dance room. But this place is more of a place where people can converse, have drinks, and mingle. The place is packed with people who are sitting and chatting within this lounge. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm going to walk to the dance floor. I think that's something that I think my character is very interested in at this point. Like, she kind of just wants to she wants to take in her surroundings because she hasn't been somewhere this nice in quite a while.
Yeah, it's quite a nice place. You open the double doors.
Paid for it.
And you did pay for it, yes. You open the double doors and you're led into a giant dance floor where there's a stage at the end. Pulsating lights and loud EDM is playing. There's an empty stage at the end where bands normally play, but there's no band tonight. There's a large number of people in this dance floor, quite a lot, and there's a balcony up behind you as well. There's a balcony overlooking the dance floor and a stairwell that leads up to that balcony with a velvet rope across it that says VIP with a bouncer standing at the stairs.
Can I see who's on the balcony, or is it like a closed room? You see a few people like on the balcony, like just talking amongst each other. None of them seem to be paying you any attention. There's just a few people talking amongst each other, leaning against the balcony, having drinks and chatting. Okay. I still have awe up, so I have a feeling that's gonna bring a lot of attention towards me. So I want to stay in the main area where most people can see me and just kind of hang out and see who notices me.
Quite a few people notice you as you're in here and walk up to you to try to spark up a conversation, get you to dance on the dance floor. And that's most of the people who come and talk with you. I don't know if you would want to join them based on their invitations.
No. I was hoping.
So you politely turn them down.
Yeah.
But nobody particular approaches you while you're here. Nobody of interest, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I'm gonna make my way up to the VIP area.
Okay. You head to the VIP area. There's a bouncer standing there, and he looks at you and he says, "Sorry, only Only guests of Mr. Steedman are allowed up here.
Mr. Stedman. I keep hearing his name. Where is he?
He's upstairs.
Baby, welcome to red number 5.
And there's nothing that I could say or do to convince you to let me through this rope. And I'm getting closer to him.
He wavers a little bit as you get closer to him. And he just says, well, I mean, it's kind of lonely out at night.
I bet it does.
What's your name?
My name's Elise. What's yours?
Name's Carl.
Carl. Oh, that's a wonderful name. Very strong.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I didn't pick it myself, as he kind of awkwardly chuckles with this.
Oh.
He's obviously not used to social interaction very much, other than you're not allowed here.
Yeah. Am I able to like touch him at all? Can I reach out?
Yeah. Like you start to touch him, and he won't recoil. He'll just kind of, you see him kind of go flush in the face as you touch him, and he's just like, I'm off work in about an hour or so.
I would love to meet up with you in about an hour. Could I go speak with Mr. Budman by any chance?
He'll think about it for a second. And I don't think I'm going to get you to do a roll here, just because of the situation you've put him in. He will go, yeah, sure, just make sure not to mention I let you in. Just say I was on a toilet break or something.
Never. Oh, I won't even bring your name in it, Carl. I will see you in an hour.
I'll see you in an hour. I'll be out back.
I will meet you there.
Cool.
And I'm gonna walk by.
All right. So you head up. You don't actually know what Bennett Steedman looks like. So what's your?
I don't.
Okay.
I think my goal is to get up there and to just kind of see who is getting the most attention. Like who has the most people around him? Because I'm a Toreador, so I'm familiar with people in positions of power and how people are going to sit around them, how they're going to dress.
Yeah.
And he seems to be very exclusive. So
okay. So you make your way up. You see the VIP area. There are a number of mortals and kindred up here. Kindred obviously chatting up their meals for the night. And as you're scanning the room, give me a wits awareness.
Baby, welcome to red number 5.
do I get a +2 to that?
Nope.
No, right? Because I'm not persuading anybody.
Nope, it's only persuasion that you get +2 for. Sorry, by the way, Ellie, what was your hard cutoff time?
In 45 minutes.
45 minutes, cool. Alright. So you're scanning across the room and you see a guy who's sitting bald, no, sorry, not bald, with a crew cut, African-American man. He's got a crew cut. He has a goatee and an athletic build. He's wearing a grey tailor-made suit, and he's got 2 women on both of his arms, and he's just chatting away at both of them. And people seem to be giving him a lot of attention and coming to his table and talking to him a lot. So he's probably the guy you're looking for.
And is it Benbrook?
Bennett Steedman. Yeah, Bennett Steedman. Mr. Steedman would be.
Mr. Stedman. Okay, so I'm gonna. Can I tell by looking if he is kindred or not?
What you don't have? Yeah, no. There's certain abilities that allow you to do that. But
Yeah.
I don't think you've got those abilities.
Yeah. I have Bloodhound, but that only lets me see the resonance, so
Yep.
that wouldn't. Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna introduce myself.
Okay. You walk up to him, And he looks you up and down and he's like, I don't know who the fuck you are. What are you doing up in my VIP area?
I have heard all about you, and I had to come see you for myself. Everybody has been talking you up to me, and I always know who's who. And I haven't met you.
Well, I haven't met you too, and I know who's who in this city. The name's Bennett Stedman.
Yes, Mr. Stedman. It's wonderful to finally meet you face to face.
As you can see, I'm kind of busy right now. So,
I can see that.
you just wanted to introduce yourself? Sneak up into my VIP area and just chit-chat?
A little more than that. I need some information on somebody that I think you know.
If you want information, go to an information guide or go see that piece of shit crook. I run a fine establishment here.
What's the girl's name? I forgot her name already.
The one that you lingered past?
I'm looking for.
Oh, that you
No,
lost
the one that
Shoshana.
I'm looking for. Shoshana.
Yeah.
Baby, welcome to red number 5.
I'm looking for Shoshana.
As soon as you say that name, he snaps to. He looks at you, not breaking eye contact with you, and he just says, "Bitches leave." The girls stand up and walk away, and he says, "Take a seat," as he motions to the seat
Thank
across
you.
from him. What do you want with Shoshana?
Somebody sent me to fetch her.
To fetch?
I say it just like that. Yes.
And who would that be?
I'm not at liberty to say the name quite yet. However, I'm not interested in dragging somebody against their will anywhere.
Well, you best not. Shoshana is a good friend of mine. Good friend of this club, really. Wouldn't you say it is? As he looks over his shoulder, and out of the shadows emerges a dark, ebony-skinned man with two different colored eyes, this guy who's got this gangly-looking face looks at you and says, "Yeah, Shoshana's a good friend here. The names of these. I'm the true owner of red number 5. As he puts his gnarled hand out to you.
I shake it, fighting myself not to, because obviously
He's disgusting looking.
I don't want to, but it's wonderful to meet you.
He actually notices that, and he hear him chuckle, and he just says, "Looks like we got us a fucking Toreador here. Believe it or not, my missus is a Toreador too."
Oh, wonderful.
I'm sure you'll get to meet her. And Bennett,
I would love to.
Bennett stands up and he says, "Well, I feel like my job here is done. Now you two discuss, and I will continue conducting my," as he looks at the two ladies looking over the balcony, "business. Enjoy."
Doodles.
Bennett walks off. Dees sits across from you, and you know what? I'm going to show you what he looks like.
Oh,
Just
great.
to give you guys an idea. Oh, I don't have a photo of him here, so I am going to send it in the Discord. But we'll cut from that scene for now, and we'll cut back in a second as we join back up with Elena and James. It's Bennett. Where's the D's? There it is. Okay, and this is what he looks like.
Oh, great. My Toreador is struggling.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to cut back. Oh, I'm trying. Should we cut back to T and Ace? Or should we cut back to Elena? We'll cut back to Elena and James, and then we'll go to T and Ace after this. After this little moment. So, Elena, James, you two are standing. We're in Dr. Benway's office. He looks at both of you nervously, and he says, "Well, I fear, Miss." I'm sorry, what name did you give him? I can't remember what name you gave him, Elena, because you definitely didn't give him your name.
Alice?
Yeah. I fear, Miss Alice, you may have been lying to me when you told me you weren't going to be any trouble at the university. I hear you were in some hot water.
I kind of am, yes, I have to admit, but not my fault.
Well, you've clearly come to my operation of work with something important to say, so go ahead, say it.
Well, to sum it up, we have to find out who killed... What happened, basically? Who killed Damien? Does that ring a bell to you, Damien? You know?
Dreadful business, the death of Damien. The city is in a bit of chaos after his death, I must admit.
It is. Do you maybe have some information that we could use? Because we kind of have a sword of Damocles over our heads, and we have to investigate, so...
I
Please tell me
know
you
the
have
first
something.
thing about what happened to Damien, to be completely honest with you.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't catch it.
I wouldn't know the first thing about what happened to our dear sheriff, if I was to be honest with you. I'm as perplexed as you are. I assumed, based on what Annabelle said, that you were behind it, you group of...
Oh? Nah, we were accused wrongly. It's not our fault, whether you want to believe it or not. But it's not our fault, and we're trying to find the real culprit here. So, please tell me you have some information, anything. I will take anything. And I start kind of panicking because this lead doesn't lead to anything, apparently.
So just to remind you, the reason why you're here at Dr. Benway's Antiques was that Shijana, the person that Martin...
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
You're mixing up everything.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh. Okay, let's roll back.
Yeah, rewind time, rewind back. Okay, he's just accused. We'll go from when he accused you of being the ones to kill Damien, because we'll say that you started off with that.
Okay. We didn't kill Damien, whether you want to believe it or not. But we're not here really for that. We're here for someone else. James?
You know where to find Shoshana at.
Shishana, the weird one that buys art. I mean, I've got to be honest, I don't really know where she is, but I do have an address where I deliver art to her sometimes. Maybe that could be of use.
Would be of so much use.
Well, I mean, you're kind of putting me in a bit of a spot here. I don't give client information out easy. Perhaps you could... What's the word? What's the parlance? Let me wet my beak a little bit, I believe is what they say. Do you... perhaps with some money, or... And he looks at you, Elena. No. I know exactly why. Alright, how about this? Elena, Alice, you give me a major boon in exchange for the information that I can provide you.
What is what you just said?
It's a favor. It's a favor that be called in the future.
A favor, you say? Well, if I don't get this information, I'm gonna be dead in 2 days or something, so let's say yes. I will owe you a favor in the future.
Okay, alright. Because, I mean, I will be upfront with you, Alice. You seem to have a knack for occultish things, and I know I have tomes here that need to be sorted through and figured out, so I will be asking.
That would be my pleasure, actually. I was thinking that you were going to ask me some weird stuff or whatever, even though I'm used to weird stuff, but yeah, I will gladly help you out.
I wouldn't ask to cut you open or anything.
Well, you know, I'm used to that sort of thing, so...
What kind of monster would do that?
I don't know, I've read so many stories, you know, about monsters, and I don't know any, you know... Anyways, the information?
Yes, of course. The apartment, I deliver my art to an apartment in the north side, Argyle Avenue. The guy who was there is a guy by the name of Pez, who is a contact of Shishana.
I'm trying to find a paper to write that. Oh, we have notes, right? Pays.
Yep,
Okay,
Pez.
well, please, James, I don't know if you have any other question. I think we have some info, but...
Oh, I think we gotta get out of here. We just wrecked the place.
We do that.
Yes.
Yeah. He'll say, by the way, you can leave, I'm safe, to the workers, and as you open the door, they'll just kind of part like a sea as you two walk past, like, eyeing you up, like, what the fuck, who are you two? It was messy, but you got some information, you got another lead. But meanwhile, let's cut back over to Ace and T as they arrive at Ace's warehouse. Ace, you go inside, open the door, let T in with you. Once you're inside, what do you do?
First things first, I want to start looking into the database if I find any information regarding strange, like, cults or anything to do with the supernatural. Just, like, weird things, just because I want to research more on the Kindred in Chicago.
Okay, so this is like, so you're going to be looking through the CIA type database, is that correct?
Yeah, social media, anything, you know, either.
As you look through the CIA database, you do notice a few things, but the problem is when you try to access them, it's access denied. It's not your security clearance. Sorry, you don't have a high enough clearance.
Right.
But trawling through, give me an intelligence plus technology, please.
Oh, keep forgetting. I gotta do technology first.
And add any. I think you got a. No, that's just for hacking stuff. So it's not. This is for pure investigation.
Yep.
Go here. 4. All right, you find around a year or so ago, there was some posts on like Facebook and some tweets on Twitter from an account called Father Patriot, and it talks about these specific things called Kindred, and about how they are going to rise up and take down humanity. But that's about the only thing you can really find before suddenly the account, around about midway through last year, just stopped posting. But what you know, what you find though, is on the Twitter, there was a tweet made a night beforehand that says the fire is rising, or along those lines. That's probably too Batman-esque, so I will try to rethink about what it is, but something along those lines.
And that's from the Patriot?
Yeah, Father Patriot. It suddenly came back online around the night of the explosion, and it said, I think I actually wrote something down about that. Something about a coming. Yeah. Okay. It says the hurricane is coming. The tower and all of Chicago will be ashes. Is what the post says.
I want to route the IP address of the Patriot from that post specifically.
Okay. T, are you just chilling out at the Haven?
I'm like exploring his place.
Okay. As you explore around and look while Ace is doing his thing, what's your? Have you got Auspex?
No.
Okay. Cool. A book from one of Ace's shelves is flung at you, but not at a. It doesn't hurt you. It just kind of hits you in the chest and falls down.
I look down, confused, and then I pick it up.
Mm-hmm. Pick it up.
What's the book?
The book is what kind of books would you have in your bookshelf?
What kind of books I'd have? Just books about Sherlock Holmes, just like detective books, novels, crime, stuff like that. And
the Hounds of Baskerville is that's the name of the book, right? Hounds of that's
Sure.
what it is.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, is
Good book.
there any point of me rolling occult? I guess I should, right? Just in case.
If you want intelligence occult.
I don't have any occult, but we'll go for it. Maybe I'll just get a tiny bit lucky.
So, maybe the book just fell out. Bit weird.
Okay. Well, I put it back and then I promptly leave that area.
Okay. And sorry for the briefness of this scene, but I feel like we can cut there and go back to red number 5 because we'll cut back to you two in a bit. Alright. You are sitting across this disgusting man who's kind of half hidden in shadow, which is good because it means that he's not breaching the Masquerade right now, but you can clearly see him as he sits there with his fingers entwined, and he says,
Right, so you want to know about Shazan?
Yes, please.
Well, I know she deals in drugs.
as I swap back over to the session plan to figure out exactly what he was going to say.
Okay. I got it. You're a Toreador, right? What's your influence here in the city?
I'm actually just visiting at the moment.
That's a shame. So you really got
I do.
nothing to offer me.
Ooh. Is the asylum open in town?
Not yet, but you are aware of it opening.
Yes, I can. All right. Actually, I know that Jeanette and Therese are about to open up another club here in Chicago, the Asylum, and me and Jeanette are actually very close. Very close.
Well, here's the one thing I'll say about Red Number 5. I like it. It's exclusive. But the problem with it is that we don't quite get all the meat in the grinder, if you know what I mean, because of how exclusive we are. If you can figure out a partnership between me and Miss Foreman, that would be greatly appreciated.
I believe I can.
Very well. Are they opening up where the Blue Velvet used to be? I tried to buy that place, but Jackson told me that there was a much more lucrative offer.
Do I know that information?
Yeah, that's where that's where the asylum is going to be. It's where the Blue Velvet used to be.
Yeah, actually, they are going to be opening up there.
Well, fuck me, alright. Well, alright, I'll give you the information. But let's consider this a, major boon so you don't go back on your word, eh?
Absolutely.
Alright. Shishana's people are in the midst of a drug deal with the Russians. Drugs are given to them, and they take it to their boat to smuggle to Michigan. Very lucrative endeavor from what I understand. A man on the ground, a guy by the name of Pez, should be en route to the deal as we speak. He just left here, actually. Just dropped off some really exquisite artwork. He normally stops by in a diner, and is usually there for an hour or two. And the deal isn't for another few hours from what I understand.
Okay. That's fantastic. Do you know anything about a Martin?
Is that who asked you to bring Shoshana?
Maybe. Just curious if you know of a Martin.
I know he's apparently a good Samaritan of Avondale. Really gotten ingratiated into that community. But for what I hear, especially from Shoshana, he's got a bit more of a thirst, if you get what I'm saying.
He wants her so that he wants me to bring her to him so that he can feed off of her?
If you want to believe that, go for it. That's just all I hear.
Great. Thank you. You have been a most gracious host, and I do hope I get to meet your wife. And I look forward to our future endeavors.
We'll let you know. You know what? We have this thing that we run every year or so called the Blood Disco. If you're around in town, I'll give you an invitation.
Oh, thank you. I would love to come.
Yeah,
I love events.
It's where all the gardeners start tending to their lilies.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Alright. Time for me to go back and monitor my club.
Oh, do you mind if I feed, hang around here?
Not up here. Dance floor is all good.
Fantastic. Toodles. And I'm gonna leave and yeah.
Sorry, I just
Hang
saw
out.
Nova's bunch of exclamation marks. She's made some connections. Anyway, cool. We're going to cut from you, and we are going to go back to... so Elena and James, are you guys going to that place that Benway told you about?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up with that next session, which is quite good because we're actually nearly up to the part where I sort of gave up on planning. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to go back to the final scene is going to be T and Ace as they as Ace is like busy investigating and routing the IP address. So you wanted to find out where the IP address was for the tweet that was just made yesterday. It would have been day before yesterday.
Yeah.
You find that... give me an intelligence plus technology, please, and add your modifiers on that that you're good with technology with.
What would be my modifier?
+1.
Okay, +1.
5. Okay. Give me a wits awareness, please, T.
Modifiers, right?
No modifiers. All right, Ace. Chicago East Side Police Station is where it came from. But
Would I... Oh, go ahead.
T, You, with your 3, you hear people outside the warehouse. You hear a set of footsteps. And then you distinctly hear... Actually, no, you don't have heightened senses, so you wouldn't hear this, but you hear footsteps and people talking in whispered tones outside the warehouse.
I'm going to go to where Ace is, and I'm going to warn him about the impending doom. So I suppose I enter the room that he's in. He's working on his computer, and I sort of hushedly whisper, "Ace, boy," until I catch his attention.
I know. Cameras.
Oh, yeah, you got cameras. Wait, do you have cameras? Do you have that bonus on your Haven?
I have security system. I'm assuming.
Oh, you do, yeah. Cameras would. You flip over to the cameras and you see what looks to be 3 people, 2 in hoods, and 1 a sort of crooked, messed up face guy directing them. One of the guys in hoods lights a Molotov cocktail and is ready to throw it into the building.
I point at the wall and I point at have weapons on the wall. It would be an assault rifle. And I point at it. You want to get that gun?
Yep. I sort of walk up to it, trying my best to be somewhat quiet, not necessarily like stealthy, but just quieter than I would normally be. I'm useless with firearms, so I pick up the weapon and I sort of look at Ace, and then I chuck it at him.
I catch. Thanks. Pass me those clips.
I do so. Pass them.
I hit. Does the Molotov already hit whatever it's going to?
Yeah, I'm gonna say by this point, while you guys are doing this little back and forth, the Molotov comes through the window and hits in the middle of your warehouse, starting to set ablaze.
Shit. Fuck, that's not good.
There's a fire now in between the both of you. As it's growing, you're going to have to give me a fear frenzy check eventually, but...
A fear frenzy?
Okay. For now, you're okay. Just need to make some decisions, that's all, as the fire is growing.
Shit. Well, it's just a security system. So, anyways, my specific little bunker is fireproof, but there's mofos coming in, so I gotta get out of here. Okay, well, I point at my escape, my little exit, to sneak out of here. Let's get out of here.
So, just so I understand, so basically your little bunker, so you're actually underground, and so what they've done is they've thrown the fire into the main warehouse, which won't get to your bunker. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So pretty much like my bunker's locked. It's bunkered up, but I'm going to go to a little escape exit. Kind of goes into like the sewers and out.
Okay.
Super secret like.
You to escape as because obviously the warehouse above is going to burn down, and you're going to have to figure out a way to rebuild that if you want to get, well, it's going to be rubble pretty much by the, but that's a problem to be dealt with another time.
Right.
As you escape through the sewers, and we'll pick up next session and figure out exactly how you're going to get out of the sewers, because the sewers is not an easy place to get in and out of. It's a very interesting place if you don't know the way. Elena knows the way, but you two don't. And we will, as your warehouse haven starts to burn down, obviously your actual bunker that has all of your important stuff is safe, but we will cut from there and end today's session. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining and dealing with the chaos of this session. There was a lot of chaos, but also a lot of really good stuff as well. No, not the chaos wasn't good, but you know what I mean.